Hello. Hi. Great, let's see. Yeah, I can see you guys. Great, perfect. Hi, friends. How you guys doing? Oh, great. Welcome to the last day of GalaxyCon. Are you guys tired or excited? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling both. Yes, the answer is yes. Hi, friends. My name is Abdallah. I run the YouTube channel Abdallah Smash, and I do family-friendly Nintendo gaming, all sorts. Some of you guys have recognized me before, and some of you guys have not, but that's okay. By the end of this panel over here, and at the end of the AMA, the Ask Me Anything, you'll learn a little bit more about me, and it's going to be great. Anyway, how has GalaxyCon been? Any first-timers out here? Okay. Oh, great. Me too. It's my first time here. It's been really fun. The food is amazing right across the street. I don't know if you guys had that, like, Mikey's Late Night Slice. Really super good, man. But anyway, today's going to be fun. It's going to be open mic style to pretty much answer any of your burning questions about YouTube content creation. How many of you guys have ever wanted to do any kind of YouTube or Twitch or TikTok, Instagram? Okay, big hands up for everyone. So I kind of am feeling the audience here. A couple of you guys, awesome, welcome. I mean, it's a hard life, right? Being a content creator. So I'll give you guys a little bit of background of how I got started, and then we're going to open up the hot mic in the back for any of you guys that have a question regarding anything. I'm here to answer all of the questions that you guys have. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and I'll tell you guys exactly how it is straight. So I'll spill all the tea, too, if you guys need any of that. Easy mode. All right, so again, my name's Abdallah. I started out my YouTube career, honestly, playing Super Smash Bros. You guys remember that game? Any of you guys play it anymore? Some of you guys. You do in the back, maybe. Super Smash Bros. Back in high school when YouTube was at its peak. It was brand new, like 2005, 2006. I saw people playing video games online, and then they were showing off how good they were, right? And then me being an only child, my siblings were video games, right? Any only child or children here? Yeah, there we go. Okay, some of you guys, you know what the feeling, right? It's like, no siblings, all right, here's a video game and you can play. And of course you have friends in the neighborhood that came over. So that was my passion, video games growing up. And so I wanted to record myself playing video games. So back in like 2005, 2006, there were point and shoot cameras. You remember those things? Where we didn't have cameras on our phones? Yeah, believe it or not, there was a time. So we had a point and shoot camera. I had a whole bunch of books, and then I put the point and shoot camera like on the books, and it pointed at the TV. There was glare. It was really funny. So that's how I kind of got a rudimentary start of making videos. And it was just me playing Smash Bros. With my friends. Fast forward to the Nintendo 3DS era. You guys remember Nintendo 3DS? Little handheld thing over here. Had Mario Kart, Pokemon on it. Fast forward to that, in like 2012, 2011, that's when I really wanted to actually take YouTubing a step further. Kind of like some of you guys in the audience here. You're like, all right, well, what's it going to take to be a content creator? So I would honestly watch a lot of YouTubers on stream doing everything, playing video games, talking about video games. I'm like, dude, you can actually do this stuff, right? And I was going to college to become a teacher. So I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to college to teach people, like, math and English, like, why can't I teach them how to, like, do power slides in Mario Kart, right? Something like that. So I took two of my passions of wanting to be a teacher and then wanting to play video games and kind of mesh them together. And it was actually super fun because it worked out. So I played Mario Kart 7. Any of you guys hear that game before, Mario Kart 7? On 3DS? Perfect. I played that. And it was actually really, really hard to do because a little 3DS screen is probably like this big over here. And getting a camera to focus in on that. How many of you guys know what room in the house has like zero light? Like no outside light. Just screen something out. Bathroom. Yeah, that's exactly it. Or a closet, right? So in order to refrain from any light, I had to go inside of the bathroom on the vanity and then like close the door, bring an office chair in there, and then like record with this little point and shoot camera. So of course technology nowadays has gotten way better, and it's a lot more accessible and easier to get into the concept of recording gameplay. You don't have to lock yourself into a bathroom or closet in order to make that happen, like I did way back in the day. But it's always a funny story because you have to start somewhere, right? And a lot of you guys over here are interested in where exactly to start. I mean, essentially, what it comes down to is finding out what you're interested in, right? What are you passionate about? Yeah, so let's talk about that. What are you guys all passionate about? You don't have to go up to the mic, but anyone want to raise their hand and tell me what you're passionate about? Over here. Okay, passionate about Pokemon. Great, cool, love Pokemon. Right here. Anyone? Yes. RuneScape. That is an old game, and people still play it, and you're very passionate about it. Okay, he's played RuneScape since 2004, everyone. That's awesome. I'm sure someone also shares that passion. What are you passionate about over here with the purple hair? Love that. A little louder somehow. Genshin Impact. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's actually really popular nowadays. So whatever you're passionate about, and remember, it doesn't have to be video games, right? It could be travel, it could be food, it could be aesthetics, makeup tutorials, it can be pretty much anything. So whatever we're going to cover right here, it's not necessarily YouTube gaming, but it's going to be any vertical that you want to get on top of, right? And the hardest part is getting the first step. Okay, so you guys know a little bit about my history, right? We started off playing Smash Bros, went over to Mario Kart, and then nowadays we're pushing like 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is great. And I'm not really focusing on that because I think that the subscriber number is more of like a vanity number. When in fact, if you look into analytics, you can see that, you know, a channel like mine brings in multi-millions of people every single month based on unique users, which don't necessarily hit that subscribe button, right? How many guys in the audience like watch a YouTube video but don't subscribe to the channel, right? I do it all the time, right? You're watching through recommended, and it's like, oh, that thumbnail looks pretty cool. I'll watch that, or I'll watch this, right? And just never subscribe. So that's the same concept. So when you guys are starting out your channels, like, don't really worry too much about what subscriber number you hit. Just really focus on, you know, what kind of views you're getting, what kind of engagement you're getting, right? So that's one of the biggest things too, is like sometimes people focus so much on subscriber numbers, right? But like you can have like 2 million subscribers, and if they're not active and they're not watching the content, they're just like a subscriber that's not there for you, right? So at the end of the day, don't worry too much about that. Just really focus on making your content. Okay, so speaking of making content, right? We said that we were excited about Genshin Impact, RuneScape over here, Pokemon. Give me some other passions that you guys are interested in. All the way in the back. One Piece. That's right. Is that a One Piece cosplay? I recognize it. I've seen all 1,000 episodes of One Piece. I can name every character. Totally can. But anyway, like that's the concept, right? So if you're going to be like a One Piece channel or, you know, Pokemon channel, like you really want to find out what your brand is going to be, right? What is your brand? Is your brand going to have your face on it, right? Or is it going to be a mascot of a character from One Piece? And you're going to talk about that. What kind of angle are you thinking for your brand? For me, with Abdallah Smash, I mean, my name's Abdallah, and I like Smash Bros. Yay. Right? I mean, can you come up with something more creative? I would say maybe you can. But whatever your branding is going to be, think about that. And then if you're going to open up any social media, like Twitter, you know, we've got TikTok, Instagram, all those other things. Make sure that you have like a same uniform name all across those, right? We'll get into social media a little bit later. But ultimately, your branding is what you want to be focused on. Now, do you want to jump in and do family-friendly stuff for like the younger viewers over here, right? Or do you want to focus on maybe adult-themed, right? Maybe profanity, maybe adult content. Because there's going to be an audience for absolutely everything. You don't know what you want to do based on that. So I would say it's always safer to err on the side of family-friendly, and you want to be brand safe, right? Because, again, like I said earlier, there's a niche. We all watch some of the adult content sometimes where they're swearing or those other things. Like, it's kind of funny, right? People like that stuff. There's an audience for it. But I would say, to be on the safe side, try to do something a little bit more family-friendly without any swears, without any vulgar language, without any adult content on there, so that you don't alienate any of your potential younger viewers, like you and you and you, or the parents that potentially allow your kids to watch this stuff, right? So that's exactly the thing that I did with my content creation. It was going through as a family-friendly content creator and then really keeping that path. Because the last thing you want to do is you don't want any issues with advertisers, right? Because a couple of years ago, YouTube and their advertisers, the advertisers were paying lots of millions of dollars on ads to be served on all of the videos. And once they found out that some of their ads were associated with maybe political content or racial content or very adult content, they wanted to pull right out because they didn't want to be associated with whatever the ad was in front of, right? So that was called the adpocalypse, and like everyone really changed their viewpoint, right? They stopped swearing a little bit. They stopped talking about racial stuff or political stuff or religion stuff. And so like that's really the safe way you want to do it, right? Stay out of that stuff. Anyway, I don't think it has a place in video games, but I could be wrong. Anyway, so going through, branding is so, so important. Keep it family friendly, I would say so. If you want to deviate from that, then just be ready to have that specific audience and potentially alienate anyone else if you choose to do so. All right, so video games. We talking about any kind of equipment. Any of you guys hear of like a capture card before? You guys have heard of that? Maybe one or two people. So if you guys want to capture your gameplay, if you guys have PlayStation, anyone have PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch? Some of you guys, great, cool. How many guys are looking to like capture your phone, right? Okay, so not really too, maybe. Sure, you can capture your phone. There's an awesome company named Elgato, and I absolutely love all their products. They're really just based on helping out creators, based on all their different capture cards. What a capture card is, it's literally a little device that you plug into HDMI out and HDMI in, and it allows you to see your gameplay screen on top of your computer screen, which then you can take that in order to overlay it onto some sort of streaming program, which is so easy. If you guys need me to write that down or anything like that, any refresher course, I'll give you some links. You guys come over to my booth over here, and we'll get that all set up. But anyway, Elgato's great. They do capture cards. They do webcams. They do a lot of lighting, similar like this over here that you can have inside your office. And then you pretty much just go for it, right? You go for it. You find the right software in order to do it, and then you just start, right? Where do you start, right? That's the big question, right? If you're over here with One Piece, right, what are you going to do? Are you just going to do episode reviews? Are you going to do, opinion pieces on where the entire series should go, right? So there's so many ideas floating around. Genshin Impact, for example, are you going to do like your draws or your pulls, your exciting things? Or are you just going to play through the game and like start a brand new adventure? Pokemon, what are you doing over here? Are you just going to shiny hunt? Are you just going to play through all the retro games? Like, you really have to find out what you're going to try to do in whatever vertical you're trying to get to, right? It's hard. All the verticals are very hard because right now, in the day and age of YouTube and Twitch and TikTok, everything's hyper saturated, right? There's a million people, just like all of you guys over here, trying to get a start into that field. And with that being said, how are you going to differentiate yourself from everyone else, right? That's the biggest thing. Pokemon shiny hunting, everyone and their moms does it, right? Doing pulls in Genshin Impact, I'm sure everyone does that, right? And they play through the game. What are you going to do to be different, right? It's the hard thing. But ultimately, I would say do your research on whatever game you're trying to play or whatever kind of vertical, be it like talking about cars, talking about anime, talking about whatever. Do your research on finding out what's in that vertical, right? What's in that field, so that you can see who are like the top content creators for RuneScape. You probably know them offhand. Yeah, sure. So, as long as you do your research, you can see what those people do, and then kind of take your own personal spin on it. Try to be unique in a way. Because if you're just doing what everyone else does, it's going to be really hard to get featured or to stand out from everyone, right? Back in my day, I think 10 years ago when I started YouTube, the entire playing field was not as saturated as it was right now. So I was able to, build up a brand and a following just by playing games that not really many people were playing. So nowadays, what I like to do is I like to go through with Nintendo content, and I like to play all the latest games, right? How many of you guys have played Super Mario Bros. Wonder? Right? Yeah, that was a cool game. Yeah, that came out not too long ago. So that was a brand new game, and I was able to play through all of that. Nintendo just released a Super Mario RPG remake game, which is my absolute favorite. Love that. They're going to be doing a new Pokemon DLC coming out next month. So what I do is I like to play a lot of variety games, right? Variety games are super fun, and I would say when you're doing variety, it's a great way of preventing burnout, right? Have you guys heard of that term, burnout? All right, I'm sure the parents in the audience have a job and they're pretty burnt out of whatever they're doing, right? That's just what it is. After you work a job for X amount of years, you're just like, all right, clock in, let's do the job, and let's get out of here, right? It's the same thing going for content creators. Can you imagine someone playing one video game non-stop, like for years? RuneScape since 2000 whatever. Dude, yeah, right. But like that's the concept. So when it comes down to content, it's going to be variety, kind of like what I do. Like I play every new Nintendo game, so it's always fresh. There's variety, and then there's also evergreen content. And evergreen is going to be playing like one game or one genre, right? So it's like our friend in the back over here with One Piece, right? You're the One Piece content creator. You're going to be talking about everything One Piece. But like, at what point are you going to break from that and get really bored of talking about One Piece, right? That's the whole concept. Or Pokemon, right? There's a couple of different things that you can offshoot with Pokemon, but after a while, you're going to get burnt. Genshin Impact? What happens after that? Like, isn't there like Honkai Star Rail or something? Yeah, look at me knowing about video games. Great. So, yes, there's a little bit of a branch over there, but that's going to be your evergreen content, just one thing. Now, the great thing about evergreen content is that you're known exactly for that. Like, that is your thing. This guy in the back, if I want to see One Piece, all right, that's my One Piece guy, right? I know that that's all he's going to do, and as a content creator, as a consumer of content creation, you want to be able to know who are your go-to people. You guys have them, right? Like your go-to person for walkthroughs, your go-to person for car reviews, or anything like that. Like that's your person. So when it comes down to it, it's a lot easier to be typecast into that, right? There's my Pokemon person, there's my Genshin person, there's my RuneScape person, right? But that's really hard as a content creator because you're doing one thing. So on your side, it's hard and sometimes boring, but on the consumer side, they know you for that. So if you try to do something else, right? One Piece over here, he's burnt out of it. He wants to talk about Dragon Ball. People are going to be like, yo, man, where's the One Piece stuff at? Dude, you're my One Piece guy. What are you talking about Dragon Ball for? Like, what's the point of that? Like, same thing. RuneScape, dude. You start veering off and playing some other computer games. They're going to be pretty upset because you're the RuneScape guy, right? You start playing any other gacha game on mobile besides Genshin, you're done. Pokemon, you start playing Mario games, no one's going to support you, right? It's really, really hard. So that's exactly what variety content is, right? So when I go through and I play variety, I do it for me, right? Because I want to play all the different games. And it's hard because I'm playing Super Mario Bros. Wonder for like a week, and I get all these new followers that come in because they type in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, right? They come in, they subscribe, they see me playing Mario Bros. Wonder. Oh, this is a cool guy. I like this. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm done with Mario Bros. Wonder. We're going to go play this game. So then that subscriber is a little confused, right? They're like, hey, dude, I came here for freaking Mario Wonder. I'm getting bait and switched over here. Unsubscribe and probably leave, right? So that's the hard part. So what my challenge is I want people to come for the game but stay for my personality, right? Like, that's the best part. And honestly, if you can achieve that with people, just by welcoming them, just by being friendly, just by, I don't know, being good at the game, or, you know, just being really open and a safe place for people, odds are they'll follow you anywhere. And that's really going to be the main challenge for content creation, is trying to get people to stick around for you personally and not just for the game that you're playing, right? So when it comes to my channel, I've been doing it for over 10 years, right? If I stuck with one thing, like one game, like Mario Kart, and that's all I did, I'm sure I'd be in the multi-millions of subscribers. Like, no joke. But since I don't do that, it's a really big ebb and flow of everything, right? So you get new people coming in for Mario Bros. Wonder, right? Some of them, maybe like 20% of them stick around for me, but then like 80% of them leave once I play a new game. And then once I play that new game, all the people that are searching for that one will come on board and join me for that, right? And then it's just going to be a vicious cycle all the way through and through. For my mental health, it's actually pretty bad, but you just got to get over it, right? And once you find those fans that stick with you for your personality and will follow you to whatever game you play, that's the ultimate goal, right? So find out how you're going to be unique in order to get those people there. Show of hands, if you guys were going to make content, would you want to do evergreen content, which is like the same one thing, or would you like to do more variety? Evergreen, right over here? Okay, cool. And then maybe variety for some people? Great, great. Okay, so a little bit more of you guys are interested in variety content. But like the hard thing about variety is getting known for something, right? because if you're just starting out, it's really, really hard to build a base of people when it comes down to bringing them in for all these different games and trying to wrangle them, right? So I would say if you're starting out, try doing like one thing so that you can start building that audience and then really start seeing what you can do with that audience to say, hey, like, my One Piece schedule is, you know, Monday through Friday. On Saturday and Sunday, we're going to try to do something extra, right? But then we're going to resume everything that you like about One Piece on Monday, right? Like something like that. So if you start putting your pinky toe into something new, then everyone will be starting to introduce that and follow you over there. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's actually really hard for a lot of content creators to do, so I'm totally down for it. All right, I've been talking a lot. I want to hear some questions from you guys, and we can go into monetary stuff too. Like, I can spill all the tea about money and how to make money on YouTube as well. But who has a question about something? Okay, in the back, go for it. Grab the mic, grab the hot mic over there. Anyone else have questions so I know how many people are up? One? Okay. Anyone else? Yes? Cool. Excellent. Excellent. A couple people. Hang on to those. All right, let's talk. All right, what's your name and where are you from? Let's see if that mic is hot. Tap on that. Close. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's okay. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. There you go.
Test. Hello.
Hey.
How you doing, Abdallah? How you doing?
Good, man. Good to see you.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this video set. Okay. All right. How's it going, everybody? I'm Jay Sean. Nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
I'm actually a streamer myself. I usually only stream, you know, on consoles, on Twitch. I was able to achieve, you know, 1,000 followers on Twitch.
Great.
You know, streaming on PlayStation. But my question is, do you have any advice for people that only stream on console and not on PC at all? You know, like for a career, if they was trying to go that way.
Yeah.
On that
Okay.
route?
So the question was like, does it matter if you stream on a console like a PlayStation versus like a computer?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't matter at all, right? Because kind of what we were talking about was like being that evergreen content creator, right? You can play whatever you want, Spider-Man 2 on, you know, PlayStation,
right?
And like that's great. Like it doesn't, you don't have to switch over to PC. But if it's about specs and graphics, I don't know, maybe. But no, as long as you're having fun, like you can have fun on like a Super Nintendo, right? Like it doesn't matter what thing you're on, as long as you know you're being genuine, you're being yourself, and staying true to your brand. People will follow you anywhere. Good question. What else?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's it.
Or actually one more. For YouTube gaming, like, do you have like your own editor or like do your edits yourself?
That's a great question.
Content?
Okay, so now so there's a big concept between streaming and then making content for YouTube that is like recorded episodes, which is what we're talking about right over here.
Right.
So streaming, there's barely any editing that you have to do. You just press live, and then you're actually live playing a game. As far as YouTube goes, that's going to be like a video on demand, right? You're going to have, it's like a production. As far as editors go, I started off with editing my own videos. Yeah, I mean, I think that every fledgling YouTuber or content creator should definitely use YouTube to find tutorials on how to do editing. That's right. There's some free software available online that you can easily find, or buy some paid software and then really just get down and dirty and learn how to do it yourself. Because then you have all the creative freedom and low budget. You don't have to hire anyone, and you figure it out, right? Like that's exactly what I did. Once it got to a point where I wanted to stream and I wanted to live my life and I wanted to, you know, just go out and relax and do all these other things, I didn't have time to sit back and edit like an 8-hour video, right? So I do hire an editor sometimes for some compilation videos that I just don't have the bandwidth for. But that's definitely into the future, right? If that makes sense. Yeah, do you know how to edit videos yourself?
I actually do not, no.
Okay, you're going to learn it, don't worry.
Yeah,
I got a wonderful website that'll teach you. It's called YouTube.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah, dude, thanks. That's a good one. So yeah, I absolutely love that question over there. Editing is a huge thing for YouTube, right? And the beauty about content creation for YouTube is the fact that every single video that you put out is never going to go away, right? So think about that. With my channel, I've got like over 8,000 videos throughout an entirety of like 11 plus years, right? It's just an entire library. Please go to my channel and go watch something random. But the thing is, though, if you think about it, every single one of those videos is a little investment, right? Since it's staying on the platform, you know, eventually people will possibly search that up, or maybe it'll be recommended to someone. There's a video of mine that, like, I made 3 years ago, and it's, like, really, really popular right now. Like, go figure. You don't know, and you can't plan for that. So I guess the more videos and the more high-quality videos that you edit and you make on top of YouTube, the more little investments they're going to be, and potentially you could just sit on all of this entire library that's never going anywhere on YouTube, and it'll just always bring in income for you. Does that make sense? Yeah, just make more videos. It's easy, right? Learn how to edit. Anyway, so we were just talking a little earlier about bringing in income for YouTube, right? How many of you guys have ever dropped a donation on a YouTube video, or like a super chat, or a membership on YouTube, or you went through and you bought someone's merch, or you saw your favorite YouTuber at GalaxyCon Columbus and you stopped over at his booth and you bought one of his merch items over there? How many of you guys have done that? Yeah, a couple. Great. Thank you for supporting, by the way. Ohio's expensive, man. Parking's like $40. Anyway. So the concept of that is a lot of you guys are super generous on the consumption side, right? Via donations in chat, via super chats, via like $4.99 memberships, buying a content creator's merchandise. Like, all that stuff helps out, right? That's supplemental income. But when it comes down to income for YouTube, that's going to be your ad revenue, right? How many guys have watched a YouTube video and there was an ad at the beginning of it, right? Yo, skip ad, skip ad, skip ad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, skip. Yeah, right? Some of you guys? Okay. That's only me then. Great. That's right. Or a YouTube Red. That's right. Or a YouTube Premium. There's a premium service where you don't get the ads. So that concept of that ad at the very beginning of a video, sometimes you can't skip it. How many guys have had that before, right? Right when you first watch YouTube for the day, there's like a 15-second ad, you got to sit through it. And then there's a second one directly after. Right. So all those ads that you guys see at the very beginning, that's fueling that specific content creator. Right? So that 15-second ad that's non-skippable, that's money. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. There's no way to quantify, like, okay, by me sitting here for 15 seconds and watching this ad, and that's going to be, you know, taking the YouTube cut off of that. There's no way to, like, quantify each view. But if you think about it, if you have a video and everyone watches that and you have like 10,000 views, that's going to be 10,000 times that amount. And no, that's not going to be $10,000, right? No, it'll be like fractions of a penny, right? Fractions of a penny, and then maybe you'll make a couple bucks off of it. But you think about that, and then you multiply that times your entire library, like, that's some pretty good change, right? But that takes a while to build up. So the moral of the story is, if you guys love a content creator, right, you watch this guy every day, right? You guys are all going to subscribe to me. You guys are going to type in Abdallah Smash on YouTube. You're going to subscribe. If you love that content creator, sit through the ad, right? Put your phone on mute, put your phone away, sit through whatever ad so that they get paid for that, right? The concept being is, if you do skip an ad, that content creator doesn't get anything from it. Not even the 5 seconds or anything like that. So sit through it, you'll be good. Question? Yes, so YouTube Premium, right. So if YouTube Premium comes, you don't get ads, but you get a kickback. YouTube gives the content creator a kickback based off of that YouTube Premium ad revenue view. Yeah, so, which is great. So love that. Keep it up. So that's the concept. And then sometimes, how many of you guys have seen like an ad in the middle of a video, right? Okay, those are really awesome, by the way. Sorry to watch that. Sorry to bombard you guys with ads, but the concept of putting an ad in the middle of a video is like essentially doubling your earnings. Right? Because you have one at the very beginning, you have one directly in the middle, and who wouldn't want to earn more money that way? And that's really what it is. As bad as it sounds, at the end of the day, when you guys go to your jobs, right, your muggle jobs, whatever your part-time or full-time work, what you're going to want at the end of the day is that paycheck, right? You're clocking in and you're clocking out expecting to get paid. And you have an hourly rate. And of course, they're going to take away taxes, Medicare, all that other fun stuff. But at the end of the day, you're going to get paid. YouTube, it's not really guaranteed. I can spend 10 hours editing like a top 10 video of the top 10 Mario Kart tracks or anything like that. I can spend 10 to 15 hours making an edited thing. The moment I throw it on YouTube, am I going to recoup my 10 hours plus of what I made on that video? No, you're not. Like, not at all, right? And it's going to be like whispering into the woods, right? The whole concept of if a tree, falls in a forest and no one's there to hear it, like, did it really fall? What happened? That's the whole concept of YouTube. So when it comes down to it, like, yeah, you do want to put an ad in front. You want to put an ad in the middle. You want to put an ad in the back in hopes of recouping your time. Does that make sense? Yeah. So now you guys have a newfound respect for ads on YouTube. Or unless you don't really care about the content creator, then skip them all. But if you guys are coming to my channel, thank you in advance for watching the ads, right? No, you guys are good. So outside of ad revenue, there's going to be supplemental stuff. Like we talked about earlier, channel memberships are really great. Donations are great. Open up a merch site. You can slap your logo on a t-shirt. I'm sure people will buy it. And just like find really fun ways of doing that. For me personally, I commission an artist in order to make trading cards. And I do like whatever game I'm playing for the month, she will draw out a really fun scene from a trading card, and I'll sell a trading card for like 10, 15 bucks online. And all that stuff really just allows me to pay for flights, to pay for travel, so that I can come to conventions like this, right? Like it's a great exchange where I get to see all of your friendly faces over here, and I get to see you, right? Because that's the thing too. That's the difference between certain YouTubers and me, for example, right? Like I'm out here putting my face and talking to you guys and being out and about to teach you guys something, to meet you, to see what kind of content you guys like watching. Or if you watched any of my content before, I get to actually see you face to face, right? Like that's the difference. That's how you be unique, right? Because if you think about it, your favorite content creator is at home right now. He's not over here in GalaxyCon Columbus saying hi to you guys, teaching you guys about the ins and outs of YouTube, right? So that's really what you want to think about, being that unique person. That makes sense? Cool. And I'm glad to be here. You guys are such an awesome audience. All right, we got about like 13 minutes or so, or like a little bit less. If you guys have any other questions, I'm down to talk about them. In the back with the lanyard, yeah, come on over. Mike is hot for you over here. What's your name and where are you from? And then we'll take any other questions, so don't go anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, try to flip that top button. Mics are hard in Columbus for some reason. Every panel. No, you're good, man. See, that's actually one of my biggest worries. When I start a live stream or when I start anything like that my mic is on mute. And it's happened to me so many times. I'm like, yeah, I'm talking, and then everyone in chat is like, your mic's muted. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And I'm like sweating over here. I'm mortified. Go for it.
All right. My name is Blaine. I'm from Spokane, Washington on the West Coast.
Whoa, welcome.
And I was wondering how you deal with motivation. Like, how do you get motivated to keep making content?
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. Motivation is super hard. It really is. Whenever you start a brand new project, of course, everyone's motivated to do it, right? A lot of things can make you unmotivated in the world of YouTube and content creation, right? Whether it be spending 10 hours on a video and only to have it not get any views, right? That's very demotivating. Whether you get some internet trolls in your comment section, either making fun of you or being really mean, that's very unmotivated. But at the end of the day, you really have to find motivation within yourself on what you want to do with your content, right? And I would say, like, go through and see what you're most excited for, right? Are you excited for a new game? Maybe if you block out all of those other unmotivating factors and really think about that and fine-tune it, you'll be all set and ready to go. But like I said earlier, content creation is hard, right? You're going to need thick skin. The internet is a bad place, just in general. The internet sucks. People suck. And people are very envious that you, for example, have all of your equipment set up and you're starting to stream or you're starting to make content. People are envious of that because they don't have it. So they're going to maybe try to find ways of shutting it down, try to gain your attention in different ways. YouTube does a great job of holding those comments for review. Just don't ever open up that tab, right, and look at that, right? I made that mistake one time, and I'll never do it again. So ultimately, it's just ignoring all of the negativity out there and just doing your own thing. And if you find ways of having fun, that's the best way of motivating, right? It took me, like 10 years ago, it took me an entire year to get my first paycheck through YouTube, man. And guess how much it was?
$2.
20 bucks. An entire year of content creation, but that's way back then, right? Things have changed right now. But yeah, that was the whole thing. It was like I wanted to pay the bills. That was my motivation, right? I wanted to pay the bills with this, right? It's not just me playing Mario Kart in the bathroom. Like, I'm going to pay the bills with this. I'm going to do it. And then I continued to do it until I did. And I got my first $20 paycheck, and that was motivation. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to get like $30 next month. It's going to be good. And you just keep on building off of that. I hope that answered your question.
It did.
Great. Cool, thanks. Okay, we're going to do, one more thing with YouTube content creation. YouTube is very greedy. YouTube takes 30% off of all donations. So just be careful about that. 30%, imagine your paycheck, and like 30% is just wiped. Okay, but that in and of itself is just off of donations, right? If you spent $100 super chat into someone over there, you're giving that content creator $70. How bad is that? But at the same time, what's even worse is that all the ad revenue that you get, you only get 55% of it. Okay, let that sink in. Imagine your paycheck at work. You're paid for like 100% of it, and then you get a little bit deducted in taxes. YouTube, all of it right over here, 55 is just right in half. 45% of it goes all the way over to YouTube itself. So keep that in mind next time you're over here skipping ads on anyone's content creation, right? I think we got time for one more. We got time for one more question. Bring it on all the way to the back. So yeah, it's a rough time, but with the patience and perseverance and the objectivity of wanting to have fun over wanting to make money is going to make it a lot easier for you. What's your name and where are you from? Last question.
Eric Johnson from Greenville.
Welcome.
So, evergreen content, back to that. So, I do content from this series, this franchise, and they have multiple different games in multiple different styles. Yet I just cover this one specific franchise.
Sure.
So, do you think that'll give me a better chance at evergreen content, or?
Yeah. So the question was, you play some sort of franchise that have multiple branches on that, right? And you're following one branch. That's great. I would say that's pretty evergreen, right? But like since that franchise that you have, what franchise is it, by the way?
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball, yeah. So there's a lot that you can do with Dragon Ball, for sure. So like I would say follow any kind of branch that it has in order to prevent burnout on your end, right?
Yeah, they have several games.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many Dragon Ball games, right? So you can go through and play all the different ones together, and that's a little bit of variety within that one vertical that is Dragon Ball. Yeah, have fun with it, man. Like, find out what's fun, find out what your audience likes, and then go from there, man. It's easy. You got this. And we're all subscribing to your Dragon Ball channel. All right. Well, friends, I know this was a very short amount of time to talk about YouTube, spill the tea, really get clarity on what it is to be a YouTube content creator. There's so much more to cover. If you guys have any other questions, I'm over at my booth right over here, right next to that big old Pikachu, so say hi to me over there. Anyway, you guys have been a great crowd. Thank you for all of your questions. Thanks for all of your feedback with whatever you guys are going to content create. And I hope you have a great rest of your GalaxyCon convention. Again, my name's Abdallah. Go over to YouTube, type in Abdallah Smash, and you'll be able to see all of my content there. Hit that subscribe button. I'm counting on you. On your way out, I'm going to be checking every single one of your phones to see if you've done that, and we'll go from there. All right, have a great convention. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks so much for coming. See ya.
One more time for Mr. Abdallah Smash, everybody. All right, we're getting to go find Abdallah over at his table. He's here for the better part of the rest of the day. Don't go anywhere. We've got a very special show, 2 shows, as a matter of fact, lined up for you. We are doing Gaming with the Stars. We've got 2 celebrities here. GalaxyCon Celebs going to take the stage. We're going to answer your Q&A while playing classic video games. We've got Mr. Will Friedle, you know him, Eric Matthews from Boy Meets World, Ron Stoppable from the show Kim Possible. It's going to be a blast. And right after Will, Mr. Naji Jeter, you know him he was the voice of Sam in The Last of Us, Miles Morales in the new Spider-Man game. He was in the movie Grown Ups. 2 amazing actors going to be taking the stage here for Gaming with the Stars. The top starts at the top of the hour. So how this is going to work, this is actually a live taping of a real show. So, once we get started, we are live. So, go ahead and make all the noise, fill the seats. Let's have tons of fun. This is a real taping. We have a microphone in the back for your Q&A. If you have any questions for our stars, please step up to that microphone. We need you to talk into the microphone if you're going to be part of the show. Microphone's located right in the back of the chairs, so you don't have to line up right now. But once we get started, if you have a question for one of our celebrities, please step up to that microphone and join in the fun. It's going to be an absolute blast. So we're going to get started right about the top of the hour. And thanks for coming, everybody. This is really, really exciting. Nick to the stage, please. Nick. Yes, ma'am. Cool. What games to play with our celebrities? I can't decide. Yes, it's down there. Will Friedle. Oh. All right, everybody. Will Friedle, Naji Jeter are going to be taking the stage. We are doing celebrity Q&A with two top-tier celebrities from Celebrity Row. They're going to be taking the stage, answering your questions while playing classic Nintendo video games. It's going to be an absolute blast. Come get a seat. Open Q&A. It's a live taping of Gaming with the Stars, happening in just a few minutes. All right, we're about to get started with Gaming with the Stars with Mr. Will Friedle. We do have a Q&A mic in the back, so be a part of the live taping. This is an actual taping for a show. So if you have a question for Will, please use the microphone in the back. We're going to be playing classic video games while answering your questions for our celebrities. So please take advantage. Are you guys ready to start the show? Let's hear ya. It's a live show. Not only are we streaming, this is the first of many brand new network television shows, Gaming with the Stars. So be a part of it, make some noise, have some fun, use that Q&A microphone in the back, and we're going to get started right about now. Hey everybody, welcome to Gaming with the Stars, where we do live Q&A with celebrities while playing classic video games. I am your host, Chuck Lindsay. We are coming to you live from GalaxyCon Columbus in front of a live audience. Let's hear you, live audience. We have a very special guest for you here today. You know him as Eric Matthews from Boy Meets World, Ron Stoppable from Kim Possible, Batman Beyond. His credits go on for days. Please, GalaxyCon Columbus, give a huge warm welcome for Mr. Will Friedle. So humble. We're playing Wave Race. The game I have chosen for you is Wave Race.
Yes.
Will
It's a game that I actually know how to play.
Will was very nervous. He's like, what game are we playing? I can't spoil the surprise, but I'll make sure it's a one-button, two-button game. How long has it been since you've played Wave Race, Will?
You want me to be honest?
100%.
I played it last week.
Get out of town. I played it last decade, I think. Maybe last century.
The last GalaxyCon I was at, I think, I found a working N64 console that I bought, and I brought it home, and I've been going back and playing all of my old games.
So
I
you're
was
very familiar with Chasing the Dolphin, the whole nine
Absolutely.
yards.
I was playing this, I was playing Shadows of the Empire, I was playing just everything. It's been great.
Do we have some Wave Race fans in the audience?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get this thing started.
Oh, but this is not the remote I'm used to.
Ah,
so
well,
this
just
is going
turn
to be-
sideways, left,
All right.
right. X pretty much does everything. Oh, you're a lefty?
No.
All right, there you go.
There we go.
It
All
is
right.
weird.
It's
If you've
bizarre,
never
isn't
held
it?
a Switch
That's right, I'll
remote-
get used to it. I'll get used to it.
It'll come right back to you. So we're going to do a two-player mode. Can everybody
Okay.
see the game on the screen? All right. We're just going to go normal.
Yeah.
Are you in? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm in. Here we go.
I
Okay,
think
so wait,
that
which,
works.
which button are we looking at?
I think X is go,
X is go.
left is left, right is right.
Okay.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope this is right.
Let's do it
whoops,
again.
You went backwards.
Just hit X to get yourself in.
Did I not do which?
Go for it. Hit,
Yeah.
the X
You
button.
have X. I don't have X. I just have arrows.
Oh, crap. There we go.
There we go. All right.
Whatever you just hit, keep hitting that.
All right. Here we go. Now
There
we're
we go,
good, right?
guys.
Let's start with Sunny Beach.
Let's start with Sunny Beach.
Sunny
Let's keep
Beach.
it up. I have a feeling Will is going to crush me.
Again,
At this game.
I have to get used to the remote. Okay, I have to remember I'm on the bottom here.
Are we ready? So, Will, first question as we get started here.
Right.
Oh my God, this is more difficult than I thought. Asking questions while playing video games. So I got to ask you, Pod Meets World.
Yes.
We have some Boy Meets World fans in the audience, I assume.
Thank you.
You've taken Boy Meets World and turned it on its head
We have.
with a podcast called Pod Meets World.
Oh gosh, I'm going the wrong way because I'm trying to answer your questions.
Tell us, it's difficult, isn't it? You're still winning, though. So tell us a little about what Pod Meets World is.
Well, Pod Meets World is essentially we rewatch the entire show from the beginning, and we're doing that because Ryder Strong, who played Sean, has never actually seen the show. He didn't like to watch himself as a kid, so now that he's an adult, he said we should watch it, and we started having conversations about it at a restaurant, and we figured, you know what, we should record these conversations and see what happens. So Pod Meets World was born, and then the fans have been amazing and came along, and it's been quite a year. We then went from there to Pod Meets World Live, and we've done 21 live shows this year. We have 3 next week. We're doing New Orleans, Atlanta, and what was the third one? New Orleans, Atlanta, and Durham. And we have some great special guests that join us on stage, and we have a ton of fun while we're doing it. So
how is that possible that Ryder... I lost
by a lot, too.
I knew that was
for the
going to
record.
happen. By a lap?
No, by a lot.
How did that happen? Well, we're going again.
Okay.
So how is it possible that Ryder Strong has never seen... That just seems utterly impossible.
He did not like watching himself as a kid. He didn't like how he looked. He didn't like his acting. It was, he just kind of said, I don't want to watch myself. So he didn't. And then years went by, and he became more and more proud of his work, thankfully. And from there, he wanted to watch it and now we're loving it. I mean, it really, going back and... it's bizarre to kind of have home movies of your life, but you're playing somebody else.
Right.
But we have years and years and years of these great home movies where we get to watch ourselves grow up on screen, but as other people, which is certainly an interesting change.
What were his reactions when he started watching it?
At first, he would say he thought they were cringy just because he wasn't used to it. But it was also easier because when you're watching yourself as a little kid, it's easy to dissect yourself from what you're actually watching. So it almost looks like you're not watching yourself because you're watching a 14 or 13-year-old version of yourself.
Right.
It's as the show progresses that we think it's going to get a little more difficult for us because we're going to be able to actually see kind of younger versions of ourselves, but we're certainly going to be able to see ourselves in the show. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, very exciting. You were recently played the majestic Chicago Theater this last weekend. Tell us about your experience playing the Chicago Theater in front of an almost biblical audience.
It was incredible. I mean, what a gorgeous theater we had. And the show went really well, and we like to be interactive, so we bring people up on stage to... join us and do skits, and we have a costume contest, and it's just a ton of fun. We really, the live shows have brought us all across the country. We get to interact with the fans, and it's amazing. It really is.
Yeah.
You're incredible. 0 for 2, by the way.
I don't think there's any way I'm going to beat you. Maybe a different course.
You want to try a different course? Let's
try a different course. Because that's the problem, obviously.
Right.
It's the course. It's like one of the easiest courses, I think.
I was going to say, it's just going around in a circle.
What else courses?
Oh, can you not? Is it me? Maybe.
Oh, we got to buy another course.
Do you have to? Is that? Oh, maybe.
All right, maybe I just need a faster jet.
They're all the same.
No, they're not.
They're
all vastly different. This
one's over here. I'll take
got
your
a number
guy.
22 on it.
I'll take your guy.
So, tell us about your convention experience right here at GalaxyCon. Give us your most memorable fan interaction this weekend. Or have you bought anything particularly cool? Have you met anybody really awesome in the green room?
I mean, again, the green room stuff is always amazing because you never know who you're going to be with, and you're gonna hang out with. I think we can only do Sunny Beach, by the way.
All right.
I'm
getting used to it.
That's the cool thing is that you're sitting there with I'm a huge nerd I love TV, I love film, I love fantasy, I'm just a nerd. So sitting back there, I try to keep it cool, but I'm really excited with all the people that I actually get to hang out with and have conversations with and have lunch with. And so yeah, I mean, it's, you get to meet wrestlers, you get to meet athletes, you get to meet actors. It's very, very cool.
Because you're a fan first and foremost.
I'm always a fan first and foremost.
What do you nerd out on? Like, what is your fandom?
So nerd. I'm a Dungeons & Dragons player. Thank
applause.
you. Thank you very much.
That instantly got a reaction from our audience.
So I love playing D&D. I will always roll dice. I paint minis, which is a ton of fun. I also love fantasy novels. I'm a huge fantasy novel fan, so I'm constantly reading a number of different fantasy novels. But my big nerddom is always classic TV. So, MASH, Cheers, All in the Family, old school kind of TV shows, Golden Girls, stuff like that. What's Happening. I will sit there and I will watch these shows just over and over and over again. So they're my comfort, relax kind of shows. And I enjoy that kind of stuff. And then when I get to come to these things, unfortunately they had to cancel this time, but I've gotten to meet them before. Like, Loretta Swit and everybody. I told you.
I'm the wrong person.
You literally picked the one game I actually know how to play. You could have picked any other of the 9 million video games, and I would have no idea. You picked the one game I know.
All I know is X makes you go.
That's all it is. It's X makes you go.
Am I missing something?
No, and then you steer this way, and if you bring it kind of down into the corner, it's a sharper turn. know if that
All right,
helps.
tell me that again.
So if you bring it down like this,
Sharper turn.
it's a sharper turn. You know, does that help?
We'll save that for the next episode of
Okay.
Gaming with the Stars,
Fair
guys. We
enough.
only have about 4 to 5 more minutes. If anybody has a question for
man.
Will, take this opportunity. We have a microphone in the back. Please.
Oh,
open
we got a
this up.
question. We got a question. Wait a
I
second.
think-
How were you able to lift Mjolnir? I don't know how that was possible.
It's the sun.
Oh man, you
Oh,
are
wow.
now officially Thor.
This is one worthy
Look at that.
Does anybody even know how to spell that word? Mjolnir?
Mjolnir.
I swear in my group chat we spelled it like 15 different times. Anyway, you mentioned D&D. What is your like favorite character to play?
I'm like my favorite class all the way around.
Yeah, like all your stuff.
I am partial to clerics. I love playing a cleric. I love the combination of being able to heal. I love playing a dark cleric because you got the combination of being able to heal, but also the kind of destruction. When I played Magic the Gathering, I loved playing white and red together because you had the healing power and you also had the destructive power. So
Yeah.
I love that kind of balance between the two.
Yeah, and also a question about Boy Meets Pod, I think it's called. Are you going to be doing the Girl Meets World episodes? Because you mentioned you're watching through all the stuff. I'm assuming not, because it's like 2 more seasons. But
Yeah, probably not. I think if they had to do if they were going to do a Pod Meets World for Girl Meets World, I think it would have to be Sabrina and Rowan that really got together and did the show.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see if they would do that. But no, I certainly wouldn't do it because I only did a couple episodes. That wasn't really
Yeah.
my thing. But would have to see.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
My question is, so with Critical Role, your first character was Cash. You mentioned earlier that you and Maddie sit down and made him. Was it your idea or was it his idea?
Oh no, it was my idea. He wouldn't. That's one thing about Matt is he is like, I'm not going to pick your character for you. I'm not going to tell you how to pick your character. Pick your character, write a backstory. So I wrote this whole, I go a little overboard with this stuff. So I wrote like a 20-page backstory of Cash, all this kind of stuff. And again, not knowing D&D at the time, he said, all right, we're going to come over and roll your character. I was like, oh, that's going to be a fun half hour. It was like 7 hours later that we finished. And it was just so much fun. So yeah, we had a blast doing that. And that's one thing. He's like, I'm not going to pick anything for you. And he made sure all the dice rolls were right. And I was rolling so high that he said, man, I wonder how you're even going to pick this character. He's like a really powerful character. When we got to charisma and I rolled like a 3, he's like, there. Now you got something to play with. I was like, all right, good. So yeah, he wasn't the nicest guy in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so you voiced Ron Stoppable, right?
I did, yes. Thank you very much. Booyah.
So what was your favorite scene that you voiced Ron in?
That's a good question. You know what we had a lot of fun doing? There was an episode where Kim and Ron switched personalities. And that was a lot of fun because Christy and I had to kind of like play off of each other where I had to try to get as much Kim in the performance as I could. She tried to get as much Ron into the performance as she could. So that was a lot of fun. And then we did a great episode called The Fearless Ferret, which was a takeoff on Batman Beyond. So Adam West came and played the older Fearless Ferret and trained the new young Fearless Ferret, who was Ron Stoppable, and it was a straight-up Batman Beyond ripoff. It was great. So that was fun. Thank you.
Hi, Will. I just wanted to say thank you. Your videos on YouTube teaching people how to paint minis.
Oh, cool.
Got me to start painting minis. My question is about the primetime mini painting you did with the cast of Critical Role. Were they in on the joke when you were interviewing them? And
No. They had no idea. They told them, so they said, I had done another painting show before when they were at Geek and Sundry, and Marisha came to me and said, hey, can we teach you how to paint minis on camera? I went, sure, that's great. And then when they spun off and did their own thing, they said, hey, we want to do another mini show. Will you come and be the host of it? And you can kind of do whatever you want. So working with the producers over there, we came up with this whole idea, and we didn't tell them what it was going to be. We just told them when to show up. So when Sam sat down that first time and his face is just looking around like, what the hell is going on? All that was real because he had just no idea what to do. So the wackier and crazier was, the better. And yeah, they weren't expecting any of that. So it was a ton of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
So I've been a huge fan of Batman Beyond for so long. I just wanted to say thank you. And what was your favorite line you got to record for Terry McGinnis?
My favorite line for Terry
Yeah,
McGinnis?
your favorite line.
I always tell people anytime I got to date my wife because I told her I was Batman and I wasn't lying, which is pretty cool. So saying I am Batman that first time, as scary as it was doing that sitting next to Kevin Conroy, it was still pretty great. And then there was an episode where Bruce goes into the Lazarus pit and becomes younger, called Out of the Past.
Yeah.
And it's the first time Terry and Bruce get to fight side by side because Bruce is a little bit younger. And as he walks away, he just says, "I'm not wearing the Robin suit." And I thought that was really cool, too. It was a fun little nod.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Will, thank you so much for joining us here on Gaming with the Stars. We're at 15 minutes.
I just wanted to point out that it's 3-0 me for the next time we do this.
All right, next year when we come back to Columbus and we do this again, we're playing Wave Race again.
Okay. Are you
And
sure you want to do that?
I'm going to get the expansion pack. I'm going to watch some training YouTube videos.
You had 9 million video games to pick. You picked the
one
one
that
I
you know
knew
how
how
to
to play. It was so funny.
That's what I get for trying to keep it
I
simple.
literally played it last week.
Here on the premiere episode of Gaming with the Stars. Everyone, round of applause. That's our show with Mr.
Thanks,
Will
everybody.
Friedle. We have
Thank
another
you.
show coming up right after this one, so don't go
you.
anywhere. That's Gaming with the Stars. Find Will over in the celebrity row. Go by and say hi. Stick around. We got a lot more fun. Gaming with the Stars. Right after this word from your sponsor, C2 Grips. I don't really have a commercial to play.
Are you doing another one after this?
We're about to do it right now. Yeah. All right, everybody. Our next episode of Gaming with the Stars starts really, really soon. We got a very special celebrity guest who's going to be taking the stage right after this phone call. All right, everybody, come get your seats for the live taping of Gaming with the Stars. The celebrity, I just got the phone call. They are on their way to the stage. I'm getting a FaceTime this time. I think that was an accidental FaceTime. Come get your seat. We do have a Q&A microphone in the back. Our celebrity is making his way to the stage. Oh, I already spoiled. It's a gentleman. Actually, his face is probably on the screens right now. So we're going to be playing with Naji Jeter. It's going to be an open Q&A with you, the fans, while we play classic video games. Please come, fill the seats, make them feel welcome here at the gaming stage. If you are at a gaming console, drop that controller down. Come on over, get a seat here in the audience. Let's fill the seats for this live taping. It's going to be tons of fun. And please, they have a Q&A mic in the back. Make use of it. We're going to be answering your questions while playing classic video games. I can't decide what video game to play. Any suggestions? Any classic video game suggestions? What did we say? Mario? Like original? Like, all right, I like it. Let's do it. Okay, cool. All right, guys, we're going Mario. But don't tell him. This is going to be a spoiler. Hey, Nick, real quick. You come here. All right, everybody. Gaming with the Stars starts in just a couple minutes. Please come get your seats. We've got celebrities going to take the stage, answer your questions.
Oh yeah, no, because yeah, because you can do this shit plus with VR or wine. Oh, the controllers are good, right? God dang it. Oh, you want me to control that one? That.
All right, everybody, come get your seats for Gaming with the Stars, live celebrity Q&A while playing classic video games. We've got a very special celebrity going to take the stage, going to answer your questions live here on the gaming stage. They'll come. You say that every time, and then they just show up in waves. All right, everybody, Gaming with the Stars starts in just a couple of minutes. Come get a seat. If you're at a gaming table, the game will be there when you get back. Come on, grab a seat for this live taping of a brand new show. Be a part of history. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. You're wearing the shirt, so. All right, everyone, we're going to start in just a couple seconds. Just a reminder, this is a live taping, so let's make some noise. Let's go ahead and practice right now. It's a live taping of an actual show, a network show. It's called Gaming with the Stars. We're going to start here in just a second. We've got a very special guest for you, so get excited. If you're at the gaming table, come on over. It's going to be fun. It's going to happen real quick, real fast, and right now. Hey everybody, welcome to Gaming with the Stars, where we do live Q&A with celebrities while playing classic video games. We have a very special guest. I'm your host, Chuck Lindsay. For the next few minutes, our very special guest tonight, you know him from Last of Us. He played Sam. Miles Morales from Spider-Man 2. He's played side by side with people like Chris Rock. His list of credits go on for days. So please, GalaxyCon, live from the stage, huge round of applause for Mr. Naji Jeter. There's my man.
What's going on, you guys?
All right, you're right here, sir.
There we go.
I think you can
Hey,
see.
how you guys doing? You good? What's up, you guys? You guys look amazing. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. You guys having fun at GalaxyCon? Yeah. Last day. It's the last day. Let's show out. Let's have fun.
It's hard to generate that much energy on day 3 of any convention, let alone a GalaxyCon, which is a very high energy con to begin with.
GalaxyCon is always amazing to be at, man. No matter what state we're in, GalaxyCon, bro, I have the best time. I meet the best people. The fans are amazing. You
Round
guys
of
are like
applause for the
family.
fans, man.
Round for you guys first. Yeah, because I love meeting you guys, man. That's what I do it for. You know, I love meeting the kids, families, and that's it. That's why we're here.
Columbus fans are like no other fans on the planet.
No other. First time in Columbus, too.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, so the game I've chosen for us today, we're going about as classic as you can get.
Uh-oh.
We're going at the suggestion of the gentleman in the Spider-Man shirt right there. We're going classic Mario.
All right. So I remember these. I was in daycare. Oh, yeah. I remember the...
I think we are.
Are we? Okay. Where? Okay. First time on the Switch.
Everybody gets up there and it's like a first time on a Switch, and I wish I could say it wasn't my first time on the Switch. New game.
There we go.
We are live. Okay. That's how it works. We're not playing Tetris. Come on now.
I'm going to let you control it.
You got to go a little more exciting than that.
I'm going to let you control it.
So how's your con going so far?
Amazing, bro. Amazing, dude. Like, I mean, you know, we have met Ric Flair again, man, Mike Tyson, and so many great people here. I'm sitting next to Goofy, Bill, so it's like, man, I'm honored to be here, guys. I'm honored, seriously.
So who's the most exciting, like, what's your number one moment, either be it from fans, a fellow celebrity?
Man, it's the fans, bro. We have our panels, and we just see the love that, you know, Spider-Man has brought to the fans, and man, and we couldn't ask for anything better, you know, because we're on finishing the tour now. This is our last state. We have one more signing to do in LA, and then that's it. So we're finishing off strong.
Yeah, well, you got your gaming gloves. Let's see if we can't get classic Mario Kart 64 going right here.
Let's do it.
All right, are you in?
Gloves off. Ready. Okay, we ready? There it is.
Great, 2-player game. Boom.
Yeah. So we got the
game on. This is old school Mario Kart right here.
Ready? Are you ready for this? Because I got wheels, bro.
You're going to smoke me. Will Friedle was up here earlier, and I thought I knew Wave Race. I do not know Wave Race. Who do you like? You like Bowser. All right, I won't steal your Bowser.
Gotta get Bowser. Okay, wait, how do we... Okay.
I think it's just X kind of does everything, right?
Did I just take a picture?
Want to take a picture?
I think I just took a picture. It said capture.
All right.
Okay.
So we have an audience Q&A mic right there in the back. If you have a question while we figure out how to play video games there.
While we figure out our Switch. Are you guys the Nintendo Switch players? Okay, where's my A button?
All right, I think it's X. Just hit X.
X.
So we have a microphone. We have a question from the audience.
Hello.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How's it going?
Good. What's your name?
I'm Jay Sean.
I remember Jay Sean.
He asked you the question about growing up yesterday. And
yes, sir.
I had a question about your acting from The Last of Us.
Yes.
Can you explain like the process on your preparation for the role playing the Sam?
Sam, man, that was my first video game. Was The Last of Us.
Really?
Yeah, and I was maybe like I want to say 12, turning 13. So fairly young, fairly new to the mocap world and the mocap industry. And man, I got to be a big kid. Neil Druckmann. Shout out to Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog. I love y'all. Family for life. They were like, "Hey man, you ready to be a zombie today?" And I was like,
Sure.
Yeah. You're 13 years old. You're like, yeah, okay. He was like, give me your best zombie impression. I was like, he's like, no. Our zombies are a little more different than this. And then Last of Us 10 years later, man, HBO shut down, man, and we did not expect it. I'm getting chills talking about it because we just didn't know filming, years ago, Last of Us, that it was going to have this impact that it did today.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, let's see if we can have some fun here.
Right, let's do it.
I mean, I know there's going to be some questions about Spider-Man, but I want to ask you what it was like when you were in Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2.
Yes.
Acting alongside some of the most iconic movie star actors, comedians in the world. And tell us about that experience.
Yes, they just wanted us to be kids, man. Adam is probably one of the best guys in the industry to work for. And just the whole Happy Madison crew, we were teenage boys, filming. So, just going through that angst of having that youthful energy, they just wanted us to show it all, and that's one kind of lesson I kind of had on set with Dennis Dugan. I was our director. He told us, just be kids, just have fun, be kids. Ooh, they got me.
I got you.
You got me.
That's me.
That was you?
I did. Oh, crap.
Look at your But yes. So Dennis Dugan told me, he was like, hey man, just be a kid, study your script, but leave it alone, leave it alone. We want you to be natural. We want you to have fun. So Grown Ups, first one I was maybe like 10 or 11, and the second one I was maybe like 15 or 16.
This is a little more difficult than I thought, talking and playing video games at the same time.
I'm on you, though. I'm on you.
So Spider-Man 2.
I'm on you. Yes, sir.
Massively success. It's the only game, it's on everybody's lips.
Yes.
Spider-Man
Did y'all
2.
get Spider-Man 2? Yeah. Let me show of hands. Who's beat the game so far? Woo. Okay. I see you guys. I'm in third right now. I'm trying to. Come on. There we go.
Feeling the love from the fans.
I'm feeling the love. I'm
Spider-Man
getting
2.
the love from y'all.
I mean, everywhere. It's every commercial. It's every ad. It's all over social media.
Yes.
The whole world's talking about this game.
Yeah,
Are you feeling
man.
the love? And tell us a little bit about how you got that role in the first Spider-Man.
Yeah, so I've been playing Miles for quite some years now. I started playing Miles on Disney XD, and I was playing him as a 13-year-old. And this was back in, I want to say, 2017. And that's when I first started doing Miles. And, man, I got to be a younger version of myself. He was young, so I just tapped into my inner child and just went crazy from there. But, PlayStation called me over, and they're like, hey, we need you over here. We're making a game, And then ever since then, been on the mocap stage, having fun, doing all the flips and tricks, and having a lot of fun with the stunt guys, too. So, woo.
Oh, man, I'm
got
awful.
third.
I'm awful at this game. Well, at least I didn't come in dead last.
It was my first time on the Switch. Your first time on the Switch?
First time on the Switch.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
had Will
that's what it
Friedle
was.
up here, and that was my first time on the Switch. It's my second time on the Switch. We got to go again. So you're from Atlanta, no?
Yes, sir.
Atlanta has become just the nerve center for film.
Yeah, man.
For film. I mean, it's the new Hollywood.
Georgia is going up. Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Southwest Atlanta, Georgia, and it is a production city now.
So tell us how the city of Atlanta helped you to get to where you are today. Like just being there right when it all happened. You were born at just the right time in Atlanta when it just became the new Hollywood.
Yeah. I left Atlanta,
Mario?
I want to say 2007, and it was the music mecca. You had Outkast, you had so many great talents from Atlanta just coming out and showing out on, in the music industry, the acting industry, and everything like that. So I was in that world, but I was doing a lot of music. So I'm in a few little music videos here and there. But guys, guess what? I was a mascot for the Atlanta Hawks. And yeah, from age 7 to age 10 years old, I was the Atlanta Hawks mascot. They had Big Harry the Hawk and they had Little Harry the Hawk. And I was Little Harry for those 3-4 years before going to LA. So imagine being 7 years old, performing in front of 80 to 90,000 people in a stadium, you know, every night before school, and then going to school the next morning, 6 a.m., 8 a.m., getting my studies, and, you know, having fun. But also Cartoon Network is, they got me again. Cartoon Network is based in Atlanta, too. So I did a lot of stuff with Cartoon Network at first. Oh, you got me. You got me.
Get good at this.
You got me good. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of Cartoon Network stuff, Atlanta Hawks, and then I went to LA at 10 years old and then just been rocking and rolling, man, you know?
Yeah. Well, we're going to get to this audience question. He's standing there patiently, but we got to give you
your
focused your due attention. So
you got me focused.
After I win this match real quick. Oh, God.
Oh, there's somebody got you. Look at that. Uh-oh. Oh, God.
So that's funny. I was actually Chuck E. Cheese at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm not even kidding. I know the Chuck E. dance, the whole 9 yards. So I feel you.
Years?
2 years. I'm not going to do the Chuck E. dance in front of everybody. Let's bring back some bad memories. So thanks for playing. Let's go ahead and get to some audience Q&A. If anybody has a question, we have a microphone right now. We only have a few more minutes. Let's go right ahead.
Hey, so one of the best parts about the Spider-Man games are all the different costumes you can get. And I was curious if you could physically, in person, have one of those costumes. What is the one that speaks to you?
Man, the one that speaks to me the most, I want to say, is the 2020 suit. I know there's some people that have cosplayed. I've probably seen one person cosplay the 2020 suit. And I was like, man, I need your business card. I need your information because it's my favorite suit. So now we have the 2099 suit. You know, that's another variant of the 2020 suit. So, man, I mean, if I find that right cosplay person, we're going to link up for sure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your question. If anybody else has a question, the microphone's right back there. I have a question for you. We're in the mecca of fandom right here at GalaxyCon Columbus. What is your number one fandom? Like when you're not here meeting fans, what do you nerd out on?
I'm a music guy.
Yeah?
I'm a music guy. Music gets me through the day, man. I wake up, I go straight to music. I take a shower, straight to music. I get prepared. Music. So I want to say, I turned my TV off at like 15, 16 years old because I was just consumed too much. You know, I knew how everything was made, so I just studied documentaries and people of my liking that I looked up to. You know, I studied their documentaries, I watched their interviews, and that's it. That's kind of my little inner, you know.
Yeah, well, then my last question on that before we close with our audience question is if you were to meet one superstar musical artist that you've never met. I'll tell you what, let's get meta on this. If you could have dinner, alive or dead,
wow, with
any musical artist in history, who would you have and what would you order? Or where would you take them? How about that? Who would it be and where would you go?
Steakhouse for sure. Good old steakhouse. And then I want to say, dead or alive, man, I'm going to give you two greats, man. Kurt Cobain and Tupac.
My God.
That's crazy.
I love it. I love it.
That's a crazy mix, right?
Yeah, that's a fantastic answer.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and close out with this audience question. Hey, what's your name? What's your name? Where are you from?
Eric from Greenville.
Eric, nice to meet you, Eric.
So you've played Spider-Man 2 yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
What was your favorite part of the game? Favorite mechanic, whatever?
Ooh, okay, so the very first mission that they brought me into the office to play was the Venom going through the security building and having to unleash all of his Venomness, you know. You know what I mean. I don't know who's beat the game in here, so I don't want any spoilers. But yeah, that was my. It was like GTA meets Spider-Man, right? My man, Mike.
Oh, we got one more question from Donatello. Are we Donatello? Yeah, we're Donatello,
no,
right?
That's
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm totally wrong. Wrong fandom.
What is your favorite game?
Hey, my man, my favorite game. That's a great, great question. You know, when I was your age, they had PlayStation 2 out. I think PlayStation 2 had just came out, and there was this game called Def Jam Fight for New York. And Def
Fans
Jam,
out there.
yeah. Oh, y'all. Def Jam Vendetta, Def Jam Fight of New York. Def Jam Fight of New York was my number one game I would play at your age, bro. I would get home from school, make sure my homework was finished, and then I got straight to the video game. That was my number one. How about you, man? What's your favorite game?
Sonic.
Sonic. Oh, we got a Sonic fan.
Solid answer.
Solid tell us your name, man.
A-D-R-I.
Aiden.
Adrian.
Adrian, my man Adrian. Give it up for Adrian one time, y'all.
Well, Naji, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank
That is
y'all,
our
man.
show.
For having
This was
me.
a blast. It was a little harder to talk and play video games at the same time. I'm not going to lie. So
That was a challenge.
check out more Gaming with the Stars on the GalaxyCon YouTube channel. We're going to be doing this at every single city. We'll bring it back
do it.
next year at GalaxyCon Columbus.
See you guys again.
We got so much more gaming content here on the stage right after this word from our sponsors, the folks over at C2 Grips. Check them out over there on your way out.
And if you guys want to come see me at the table, I'm right at the table. Hey, wait. I'm right at the table, so come see me. And
Go
come
find
talk.
Naji over in the celebrity row.
Let's do it.
Say hi, get a photo. Thanks for coming.
Thank y'all for having me.
Join
Thank
us here next time. All right, Animal Crossing fans. We have any Animal Crossing fans out here in the audience? I know we do. There's one right there. There's one right there. You are a fan of every game, my man. Mr. Abdallah Smash is going to be taking the stage in just a second. We're talking nothing but Animal Crossing for the next 45 minutes. That starts at the top of the hour. This is the final panel with Mr. Abdallah Smash. YouTube sensation, Abdallah Smash. You can meet him at his booth over there, but this is his final panel of GalaxyCon. Do not miss it. We saved the very best for last. We're talking Animal Crossing in just about 10 minutes. So come get a seat. Be a part of history here on the gaming stage at GalaxyCon Columbus. Brought to you by C2 Grips. They're the ones that make the amazing pistol grip controller covers that you are probably playing with right now here in the gaming zone. Find the C2 Grips booth right here in the gaming zone, also at the main entrance of GalaxyCon Columbus. Do not leave GalaxyCon without picking up a C2 Grips. Game changers for your gameplay, and your hands will thank you. Abdallah Smash starts in about 10 minutes.
little slide presentation if possible, but I got nothing, man.
I can get you on the staff Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi other networks?
Yeah. Let's see. It's not the fastest, but it'll get you where you need. There we go.
GalaxyCon staff. Gotta reload. Hey, beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely not quick, but it is.
Hey, as long as it gets these slides open.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Yeah, it should be good. Hey, good morning. How are ya? I see it here. Oh, do you want? Did I grab another one? How's that looking? Yeah, I'm plugging into this guy. This guy is directly, for some reason, I don't know, give me a different Yeah, for some reason, this is showing up here.
Yeah, no, it should. It should. No, it's going through a splitter.
Yeah, whatever.
No, we're all plugged in, Brett. On here, but not here. All right, let's not take it to this. Let's go straight into your laptop, bypass the splitter.
Yeah. I don't even need this monitor if you want to.
No, I know. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it doesn't need to be there. other, you see a blank desktop? What's a Mac? God damn it. Oh, here. You would think that we do. Here we go. Give me a new. Oh. Here we go. Is it there? It's there. I'm a Windows guy, man. Definitely a Windows guy.
All right, I hope everybody's enjoying the How the Sausage is Made portion of the show. The behind-the-scenes technical look at the stage, the gaming stage here at GalaxyCon Columbus. All right, who's ready to talk Animal Crossing? We're going to get started in just a second. By a show of hands, Animal Crossing fans. Surprisingly, only half of you are Animal Crossing fans. Show of hands, who loves Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
How about Abdallah Smash fans? Show of hands.
Yeah, here we go. All of you guys, welcome. Who am I? Oh, you're going to know exactly who I am soon. Yep. Okay, friends. Let's do this. Let's talk about Animal Crossing, huh? Oh my gosh, yes. Tell me you guys are fans of Animal Crossing and all things Animal Crossing. Yeah, let's hear it. All right, we got to get louder than that. Let's hear it for Animal Crossing at GalaxyCon. Yes, beautiful job. Awesome work. My name is Abdallah. I run the YouTube channel called Abdallah Smash. Some of you guys may have watched my content during the pandemic with Animal Crossing. Cool. If not, hit that subscribe button right now. You guys can, we're going to check your phones on the way out to make sure you're all subscribed, okay? I'm looking at you. All right, so today's going to be a fun one. We are going to go over the past, the present, and the future of Animal Crossing. So this one's going to be a pretty informative panel. I'm going to talk about my favorite things about each of the games, and we have some opportunities to win some fun prizes. Are you guys good at Animal Crossing trivia? Ooh, somewhat? All right, start thinking about that. Get your phones out. Get ready to Google some stuff real quick. I won't tell anyone. But how many of you guys have played other Animal Crossing games outside of New Horizons? Some of you over here. Great. Well, you better come up here all the way in the back. We need you up in the front row. You can win something. Anyway, there are other Animal Crossing games outside of New Horizons. Believe it or not, some of them arguably better than New Horizons. Arguably. We'll see about that. We'll get there when we get there. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. For this next 45, 50 minutes or so, we're going to be going through and talking about some older chronological ordered Animal Crossing titles. We're going to sprinkle in some fun trivia. I got some prizes up here. We're going to, I think we got a hot mic in the back. Yeah, the mic. Yeah. So we'll have you go over there to the mic if you have the answer correct. And we're just going to have a good time. You guys ready for it? Okay, beautiful. All right, so that's exactly it. The past, the present, and the future of Animal Crossing. Dun, dun, dun. Featuring me. All right, so how many of you guys have gone through and played the very, very first Animal Crossing game, right? Some of you, maybe? Have you even heard about it? Well, we'll see about that. This one is going to be our very first trivia because I see a lot of blank stares over here. Whoa. Okay, you guys ready for some trivia? Please tell me someone knows this. Now, this is going to be, remember, our theme is going to be the past of Animal Crossing. This is it. I'm going to ask you a question, and the first person to raise their hand up, I'm going to call on, oh, there we go, and Chuck, our wonderful MC assistant and creator stage extraordinaire. Let's give it a round of applause for Chuck. All right, there we go. Chuck's been killing it all weekend with his entire staff over here as well, so round of applause for them. Here we go. First person to answer the question gets a very fun prize. All right, here we go. Name the very first Animal Crossing game and what system it was on. Ooh, wow. Okay, right over here with the gray and the green and the glasses and the hair. Yes, all of that. Here we go.
Animal Forest.
On what system?
64.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's give her a round of applause. That was actually really good. Yes. Okay, so you did win something. I have something for you after the panel, okay? So come on over to my booth and claim your prize. That was an amazing one. I saw like nothing but crickets, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I talking to the right audience? Are you guys real Animal Crossing fans? No, honestly, I've never played this game, but it's a weird trivia, right? So Animal Crossing started off as Animal Forest on Nintendo 64. Japan only. Never played it. But, of course, yeah, this one's actually really fun because that game, instead of going through on the N64 and developed further, they actually refined it and then made it to be the Animal Crossing on GameCube as we know it. Anyone play this one? Yeah, there we go. This one was really good. I don't really know if anything's loading up on the screen over here. The internet's kind of weird, but it's Animal Crossing for GameCube. Came out in 2001 in Japan, 2002 in North America. This one was really fun because I liked it because you moved into a brand new town. It was our first way of doing it on Nintendo GameCube, and there wasn't any multiplayer in this at all. Really, there wasn't. It was just you on your entire town, and you really had a memory card. I don't know if you guys know what a memory card was on GameCube, right? You stuck your memory card in there. It literally took all of the space on the memory card, and then that was it. And if you ever wanted to visit a friend's town, they would have to bring their memory card over and plug into your GameCube, and it would take a long train ride over to it. But like nowadays, we could just go on like a Dodo Airlines and like fly over to a friend without any of that stuff. It was so fun. You had to run errands. You had to complete tasks for villagers. At the very beginning of the game, you couldn't customize your face at all. Like none. So there was a rover guy that came through, and he would ask you a series of questions. And based off of the answers to your questions, your nose would be a little triangle, or your eyeballs would be like this, that, or the other. So like you had to look up a guide on how your character wanted to be. So this was way, way primitive. One of my favorite things about this game was the villagers. Okay, get this. The villagers were ruthless. They were super ruthless. There was a one time where I found a froggy chair inside Tom Nook's shop. You guys like froggy chair, right? Dude, it was a green froggy chair. Okay, so then I talked to like one of my duck villagers, and the duck villager's like, hey, nice froggy chair in your inventory. I'm going to take that. And then it was completely gone, and I said, wait a second, dude. I was waiting like literally a month for this thing, and it was in my inventory, and it was straight gone. So took it. Outside of that, the villagers would call you names. They would call you ugly. They would call you lazy. It was so funny because like the writers back then, they didn't really care, right? There wasn't any like censoring or anything like that. It was so hilarious. They were very ruthless, and that was my favorite part because over the years, Animal Crossing just got softer, man. It just got soft. But this one was great. So when I lost my froggy chair, you guys know what I did, right? I hit that reset button. Oh my gosh. And do you guys know what happens in this game when you hit the reset button? Oh my gosh, for those of you guys that don't know, there's a character named Mr. Rossetti that comes out. He's a little mole with like a little hammer, and he comes out and he literally yells at you the next time that you load up the game. Because he's like, yo, dude, you reset the game, you can't do that, right? You can't reset life, right? If you lost your wallet, you can't hit reset and automatically have it. So he comes out and he literally yells at you, and it was my favorite because I would just like troll him all day. And like in the middle of his text box, I would hit the reset button and then load him up again. And then there's a time where like if you keep on going through, he has the most dialogue in the game, and he will make you say, I'm sorry. He'll make you type in I''MSORRY, and he'll make you promise to never reset the game. Honestly, one of the best things. And unfortunately, it caused a lot of trauma with kids, right? A lot of kids didn't like getting yelled at, and they didn't like, fearing for their life, saying that Tom Nook is going to actually erase their save file, which he did threaten on occasion. One of my favorites. Outside of that, the game was pretty awesome because you had the availability to actually play NES ROMs believe it or not. There was like a built-in NES, Nintendo Entertainment Center system, where you can play games like Balloon Fight, you can play Excite Bike, Mario Bros, Ice Climber, Donkey Kong Jr. There was a whole bunch of things on there, and you can like just sit back and play a Nintendo emulator. They didn't do anything like that with the previous or the sequential games. Other than that, there was Rare Fish. If you ever dug out for fossils, you had to actually get them appraised, which was interesting. So you had to, go over to Blathers, send something in the mail, and then it would take like a day to come back. Really interesting. But that's honestly one of my favorite games because I grew up with that one. And whenever you paid off your entire loan completely paid off, you got a gold statue of yourself, like right outside of your house. It was cool. Any of you guys had that? Some of you in the back. Yeah, of course you did. That's great. Best game. All right. I absolutely love that game. What do you guys say? Another trivia, yeah? Okay. Get you in the mood for the next Animal Crossing game. We've got one winner. You can win them all if you want, okay? Just shoot up faster than that, okay? Here we go. So remember, we're going in sequential order. This one's going to be the Animal Crossing Wild World, okay? How many of you guys have played this one? Animal Crossing Wild World? Okay, great. This is the next one on, like, Game Boy Advance or something like that. DS. All right, here we go. Animal Crossing Wild World. What was the name of the salon in Animal Crossing Wild World? Ooh, okay, think about it. Okay, yes, in the back.
Shampoodles.
Boom, Shampoodle. Excellent. Let's give her a round of applause. That was hard. Okay, should I go easier on these trivia questions? I don't know. I'm looking at all of you guys over here, and like no one had it for a while. All right, so Animal Crossing Wild World, Shampoodle was a salon where you can actually change up your hair. There was a lot of things that you could do in this game. Again, show of hands, who has played this game? Okay, 1, 2, maybe a small handful, a lot more than the GameCube one. This one was great because it was introducing online play, right? Imagine that. No more bringing in a memory card to your next door neighbor. You can actually go online to the internet. Back in the day, whoa. And you could actually find message boards and find people to trade items with. In case someone was selling their turnips at a really, really high amount, you can go over to their town and sell all your turnips and become like a billionaire in like 2 seconds. It was so cool. I remember like being on like Game FAQs and like browsing all like the message boards. You guys remember Game FAQs? That's still a thing? I don't even know, man. But it was really fun because you got to play online. This was in 2005. It was on Nintendo DS, and it was very similar to the GameCube one. You got a new town, and then you're given a home, and then you got to need to work your debt and pay it off. It was great. There was a new character named Celeste. If you guys know Celeste, Blathers is, I don't know, niece? Something like that. I don't even know. Yeah, something like that. Sister, maybe. Blathers, Celeste, Harriet, all that fun stuff. The Roost was there with, Pigeon Guy. He's the best. Shampoodle was great with hair customization. We're gonna call him Pigeon Milk. Yuck. You guys know what Pigeon Milk is? Yeah, we're not gonna go into that. Anyway, so he was there. Hybrid flowers. I don't know if you guys are interested in flower gardening. That was actually one of my favorite things too. Like you put like a yellow one next to like a red one, and then like next day maybe there's an orange one, right? Cool. Maybe you can get a gold flower. There was an introduction to that, which was so fun. The cool game-changing thing about island customization with this game was that you can now put patterns on the ground. Whoa, how game-changing is that, right? This was fun. There was a lot more player freedom to go through and design things for your island. There was constellations you can customize in the sky. The Nintendo DS had the internet, Wi-Fi capability, and you could have 4 people live in your house. Too cool, man. Favorite thing about Animal Crossing Wild World was probably just like really finding the Nintendo items, right? You guys remember some Nintendo items like an R-Wing or a Metroid or like any of you guys Zelda fans? There was like a Triforce that you could like press the A button on and it made like the Triforce sound. And then like trading online is like, okay, I need all the Zelda items. Who's got them? Let's do it. Super fun, man. Absolutely love that game. Okay, let's do a little trivia for the next one. And remember, since you already won, come see me at my booth afterwards and we got you covered, okay? Feel free, if you know the answers. We got some heavy hitters over here. We're going to go next in chronological order for Animal Crossing. This one is going to be Animal Crossing City Folk. How many of you guys played this one for Nintendo Wii? Okay, a couple more people, right? As we're looking at the age demographics over here, maybe this is the game that you were introduced in. I honestly didn't play too much of this one, but I do know that there was something brand new about it, a brand new gimmick. So start thinking. Here we go. The question is, which brand new communication peripheral was introduced in Animal Crossing City Folk? Right into the mic. Let's see it.
The We Speak.
The We Speak. How many of you guys knew this one? Okay, maybe one. The We Speak. Look at this. Okay. Very good. You win. You got something for you at my booth over here. So We Speak. This was interesting because in the previous two Animal Crossings, you literally had to use a stylus to type out every letter of every sentence. And like you would shorten everything with like the letter R space U, you know, like something like that. But now with this game, it actually introduced a peripheral where you can actually talk. It was like voice to text, really primitive version of that. But it was kind of fun. Anyway. Congratulations. How'd you know that one? You played that game before? No, you didn't know, but you just knew of it. Hey, that's great. All right, so Animal Crossing City Folk. This game was very interesting because it took the bare bones of the previous title, Wild World, and really just upscaled the graphics. And instead of having all of the town areas sprinkled throughout your island, they dedicated an entire city to the northern section with every single one of the shops in there. So you would take a bus all the way over to town, and then you would essentially go through and have a good time at Gracie Grace's shop. Kicks, if you guys remember the little guy that sells the shoes. Yeah, there was all the shops over there. It was actually really fun to go over, and you would have your entire island just dedicated to how you want to design it versus it being clogged up by everything else. Super great. So this one was indeed available to use WeConnect 24. Go onto the internet. Crazy Red was around. Lyle, Kix, Gracie Grace. You can actually transfer your character from Wild World into Nintendo Wii's game. Like, how crazy is that? Your entire character just moving on out. So fun. You can, thanks to the internet, you can go through and send friends letters. You can auction some items. You can visit other towns and just speak to each other via that little communication device. So the City Plaza was great. What else? Yeah, there was a lot of NPC guests that came to the town. Gracie Grace and like her hot rod. Crazy Red with his tent, trying to sell you some fake stuff, which was so annoying. But anyway, this game introduced Pave and Festival, if you guys remember that guy, the little... yeah, I love that, man. And then other than that, the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection was the first time that it allowed you to do certain updates that you can get special items from Nintendo based on what they're doing. So, super cool. Animal Crossing City Folk, a very fun one. Not a lot of you guys played it. I don't blame you. It's not really that great, but it was fun for what it was. Okay, here we go. So we're going to move on to the next one over here. Ooh, how many of you guys played this game before? Animal Crossing New Leaf. Big hands up. Okay, great. That's like a good 50% of you guys. If you haven't played Animal Crossing New Leaf, you got to find yourself a Nintendo 3DS and get this game. Because honestly, this one was one of my favorite games, and I think that arguably this game is better than New Horizons. So I'm a little biased over here. I played them both, but I played this one a lot more, and there's a lot more quality of life in this one. So talking about the Nintendo 3DS version, this one was great because it was, you know, on some brand new hardware. It had the availability to, you know, really just go through and become a mayor of a town, right? And Isabelle introduction. How many of you guys like Isabelle? Yeah, great, dude. Isabelle was so good in this game. Like, she was your literal personal assistant. So whatever you wanted to do, she would help you out with it. She wasn't stuck behind a desk doing morning announcements that you skip through every single time you boot up Animal Crossing New Horizons. I know you guys do it. But no, this was real Isabelle. She would walk over to your desk, ask you if you need anything. If you wanted to do a public works project about a bench, she would be like, okay, we're going to make a celebration on this bench that we made. And everyone's going to come out and celebrate this bench. It was so good. Anyway, so Reese and Cyrus were there. They had their own shop where you can actually dip any of your items into gold if you had a gold nugget. So I had a toilet. It was great. And I had a gold nugget, and then I just brought it over to them, and they gave me a gold toilet. It was so fun. The Roost. How many of you guys like The Roost? With good old pigeon milk Brewster over here. Brewster was so fun. So in the previous games, Brewster, this pigeon character, would be in like the basement of the museum, right? You'd go over, you get a cup of coffee with him. You'd slowly make some conversation, and after a while, he would be your friend. Now, the cool thing in this game is that if you keep on paying him day after day, cups of coffee after cups of coffee, he's going to have enough money to build his very own building on the outside. He's going to move out of the basement, and he's going to have his own brick and mortar shop. And the cool thing about that is that you can actually go in there as a part-time job. Oh my gosh, it was the coolest thing. So you could be a barista right inside Brewster's Cafe. It was so much fun. Now, with that being said, you'd go through. There would be some of your villagers. Villager number 1 would come in, and he would say, "Hey, I want my usual." And you're like, "Dude, it's my first day here. I don't know your usual. Like, get the heck out of here." But anyway, depending on how well you did with the amount of sugar, the amount of milk, what kind of coffee beans, you would get some of the Brewster items, and you can actually get Brewster's coffee beans, which were super cool. And Brewster had his own like gyroids. Anyway, enough about Brewster. That was one of my favorite things about the game. So there was something called Main Street, which is very similar to the Animal Crossing City Folk, where in this Main Street area, that's where all of the shops were, right? Retail store, Lyle, a whole bunch of things there. Now, one of the greatest things about this was literally how much Nintendo cared about all of the different items, right? There were so many Nintendo items, so many different like franchises. There was a Pokemon collaboration with some Pokemon items, right? There was a Zelda collaboration, right? With like Zelda items and actual Zelda villagers. There was like a pig named Ganon. There was like a Wolf Link villager. There was a horse villager named Epona. I don't know, I'm speaking to you Zelda fans out there. I love that. You can see my shirt right now. There was a Splatoon collaboration. There was so much love in this game that the game actually got even more updates after a couple years of being out. How many guys have any amiibo cards? Yeah, Animal Crossing amiibo cards. There we go. So those came in like a blind pack, and you just like spend it for like $6 or $7. But Animal Crossing New Leaf had this update where you can scan in these amiibo cards and just really invite any kind of villager over to it. It was so much fun. Outside of that, this game was, oh my gosh, Tortimer Island. Can we talk about this? I can honestly gush about this forever. Now, Animal Crossing is typically like a one-player experience. There's no mini games, right? You don't do anything unless you have like toilet seats and you play like musical toilets, but that's dumb. No one does that. But this game, you can go over to a dedicated island and play like hide and seek, find the fruits. You can actually play mini games with a whole bunch of friends. You would take a boat, you go over Tortimer Island, along with people all over the world. You can do island tour games like balloon hunting, bug and fishing tours, and even mazes. Dude, like that was so good. We didn't get anything in that in the next game, unfortunately. But anyway, there was Street Pass. I don't know if you guys remember Street Pass, but that was kind of cool. Street Pass multiplayer, which allows you to take a look at someone's home, like randomly, and then you can purchase some items from them. Awesome. There's some new villagers too. Honestly, best game. Can we agree? Am I the only one? Okay, maybe 2 or 3 people. Great. Just kidding with you guys. One of my favorite quality of lives that we didn't get in the newer game was the fact that there was a megaphone. Okay, so get this, right? You go in, you log into the game, and you're looking for Bob, right? Where's Bob at, right? Where's he at? I got to go give him a present. I got to go say hi to him. And he's just like nowhere to be found. And it happens in the new game too, right? Like he's in like the 3rd like dinosaur section of the museum. You're looking all over for him, right? But this megaphone, you can like speak into the 3DS and like you can hold a button down and like you can yell out Bob into the mic. And then like there's a little text bubble and he's like, over here. And then you're like, Marco. He's like, over here. And you can see exactly where you need to go. It was so cool. Anyway, we didn't get that. And so that's one of the reasons why I like that. Anyway, moving on. Dude, I'm telling you guys, get a 3DS for like dirt cheap on eBay. Get that game. All right. Animal Crossing Plaza, question mark? Anyone ever hear of this game? Yeah, me neither. Some of you guys. This one was really fun because this was on the Nintendo Wii U. Did you guys ever have a Wii U? Maybe like 2 people. Yeah, man, Wii U. It was kind of fun, right? A little bit. A little gimmick. The cool thing about this was that we were playing Animal Crossing New Leaf for ages. And then we get this game on Wii U, and we see all the models, the 3D models in full glory. And then it's like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do with this? Does this mean that we're going to get a brand new Animal Crossing? Of course not. It's like a message board. It's just a message board app, and yeah, nothing really happens with it. It was just a very, very small service, and people were just like really excited for new Animal Crossing on a new system, but we never did get it. Womp womp. Animal Crossing Plaza. All right, let's see what we got over here. Yeah, we're going to skip that. Okay, let's talk about this one. Any of you guys play this one? What's on screen over here? Happy Home Designer? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, this one's actually really good. So, Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, this one was one of my favorite games because it took out the concept of finding all the items in the game. Finding anything, but they just gave you the toolbox, right? It's like playing Minecraft in like creative mode. You have everything over here, and you can just make stuff. So you come on board, and you are a Happy Home Designer agent. An animal comes over to you and says, hey, I want this specific kind of house filled with toys or filled with this, that, or the other. And then you would make it based off of what items are there. And there's no wrong answer. You would go through and you would just literally make anything. Make me this, make me that. And people would come over and you would advance and get more items as you take on different tasks. Definitely one of my favorites. The availability of using the amiibo you can use. You can change your character's skin color. Lots of different features on that one, including going through and doing the outdoor furniture for the first time. Interesting. All right, anyway, we're moving on. Let's do this. Let's break that up. Let's do a little bit more trivia. Let's give away something, yeah? Okay, oh, I see you ready. Oh, you're ready for this one. Okay, so this one is going to be, wow. Have you guys ever played Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival? She says, oh, God. Oh, I know the sentiment, trust me. Okay, here we go. This is about Amiibo Festival, a little hint. So start thinking about it. Here we go. So which two amiibo came with the Wii U game Amiibo Festival? Okay, yep, Chuck's got it right over here. Which two amiibo came with the Wii U game Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival? Right here.
Isabel and Digby, and it also came with 3 cards.
I will take Digby and Isabel. Excellent. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, so at this point, Nintendo's pretty desperate to sell their little minifigures called Amiibo that they just packed them in. They're like, here, please take them. This one was an interesting one. Amiibo Festival. Any of you guys play Mario Party? Okay, a lot of you guys. All right, how many of you guys like the mini games that are just 100% luck? No one likes those mini games. Put your hand down. Now imagine Mario Party, but every single event in this board is 100% luck. And no matter what you did throughout the entire hour, one thing can happen at the very end and you completely lose based on landing on a space or some random event happening. Yeah. But whoa. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, man. Preaching the choir. So anyway, this game, you can find it in a local bargain bin for probably free. Just throwing that out there. They actually give away these things. There's literally 0 trade-in value for this game at GameStop. They will, you have to pay them to take it. This game was actually pretty rough. But, I mean, it was fun to see all the different characters in their 3D models. That's great. Like, that's what we ended up getting. But it's not what we wanted for Nintendo Wii U. We didn't want this game. But ultimately, it came with Amiibo. You needed to scan in the Amiibo, and each game was set in a different month. You collected as many happy points as possible. You moved around the spaces like Mario Party, and at the end of the month, whoever has the most happy points wins. But it's random events, and no one cares about it. Any fans out here? Am I offending anyone with this game? I hope not. Good. Because you need to leave then. Just kidding. All right. How many of you guys have your phones on you playing Animal Crossing on the go? Yeah, that's good. That's good. I totally uninstalled that. Thanks. Just kidding. It's a good game. No, I had fun with this game, and the concept being is Animal Crossing Pocket Camp on the go. You guys can download this, and it's still available right now. There's a lot of things you can do with it. It's Animal Crossing on a smart device. Approximately makes about $1 million a month in ad revenue. Yeah. Can you believe that? Approximately $1 million in microtransactions. That's the big thing. So Nintendo continuously pumps out content for this game because they know everyone's going to buy the subscription pack. They're going to do fortune cookies. They're going to try to buy any of the furniture items that come out. They're going to want it. So they keep on throwing all their assets into it. Think about it, right? You have a game that's $60, which is Animal Crossing New Horizons, or you have an app that people can pay upwards of $100 to $200 to $1,000 on it. Like, what are you going to spend all your money on? You have a game that it's just one time for $60, or the potential of teasing them with new stuff and new things every single month, right? Anyway, I'm not a big fan of microtransactions in games. I played this for a little bit free to play. It was kind of fun. It has all the characters, all the music, all the sound effects. It's definitely for people who like collecting items and furniture items over here. And it's continuously getting updates with leaf tickets, gotcha mechanics with fortune cookies, and monthly subscriptions. How many of you guys still play this game? Awesome. Cool. Great. How much money have you guys spent on it? 0. Free to play over here. $500. $1 million. Okay, anyway. Moving on. That's a fun game. All right. Let's do some trivia. Now remember, all of you guys that got the trivia answers correctly, stick around. See me at my booth over here. We got you covered. Okay, now we're going to be moving forward towards a very, very fun game that I don't know if you guys heard of. Animal Crossing New Horizons? Yeah? Have you guys heard of that? Okay, great. How well do you know the NPCs, though? Ooh, okay. Here we go. Now, do you guys want an easy one or a hard one? Hard question. Easy? Okay, who wants easy? Who wants a hard question? Wow, okay. How about this? We'll break it up, and then you can phone a friend because it's a 2-part question, okay? And if you don't know the first half, you can phone a friend, and you guys can both win. Easy. So it appeals to the hard and appeals to the easy. Done. All right, here we go. Give me, don't put any hands up yet. Here we go. Give me the name of the 2 bug and fish collecting NPCs and their counterparts from previous games. Whoa. You wanted the easy and a hard. So easy is the 2 characters in New Horizons. The hard would be phoning a friend or get it all yourself if you know them. Here we go. All right, here we go. Easy or hard?
Flick and CJ.
Flick and CJ is correct for New Horizons. Okay, and do you have their counterparts from the previous game?
No.
You do not. Can anyone bail her out? Okay, right over here. Pass over the mic. You guys can both win if you get this right.
Nat and Chip.
Wow. Okay. The power of teamwork. Excellent. Round of applause. How many of you guys knew that at home? That one's a hard one. That one's a really hard one. Congratulations. Super awesome. Congratulations. Come see me over here in my booth afterwards. But yeah, Chip, CJ, Flick, Nat is a fun one. I really like the NPCs in this new one. So that being said, we are now in the present. Isabel is chained up behind the desk. She does not see the light of day. And yeah, what's that all about? Did she ever find the sock that she was missing? Does she even mention Digby at all? No, she doesn't. I don't think that's real Isabel. There's a theory going on. Anyway, this game was so good during the pandemic. Trust me, man. The pandemic, we were all on the inside of our houses, really trying to stay safe and really using Animal Crossing as a way of escaping into just our own little utopia, our own little paradise, building out our brand new island, using a whole bunch of different mechanics and tools, different levels, right? Terraforming, so cool. Yo, multiplayer up to 8 people into your island, like, dude, that's unheard of. That was so fun. Although it did take forever, man. Those dodos, dude, they don't know what they're doing. Don't even get me started on them. The customization was so great. You can customize everything on the floor. You can customize your character. You can throw things on your character's face. It was literally the best. Terraforming, man. How many guys built huge islands, right? Oh, my gosh. Some of you guys did. So good. Huge islands. Spent thousands of hours on it. Oh, by the way, did any of you guys bring your Nintendo 3DS with Animal Crossing on it? One person did. Did you bring yours? Yeah, your Switch. Okay, so 2 people, 3 people brought your Switch? Okay, we'll take a look a little bit later if we want to do a live island tour. Maybe we can figure that out. Just maybe. Anyway, so this one was super fun. I think that the outdoor furniture was one of the best things that you could do in the game. It's just customizing absolutely everything. If you go into anyone's island, you can see furniture all over the place, couches, everything. There's more hairstyles, skin tones, a lot more accessible with that, a lot more expressions. Man, okay, can we talk about like the Roost DLC? That was so fun, right? We had the Roost coming to the bottom. There was like an amiibo phone. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do a part-time job over there. Like, what was that all about, man? That's why I say Animal Crossing New Leaf was still the best. Anyway, farming update. You guys remember farming? Like what? Crops? What is this, man? Cooking? Oh, that was so fun. Now, I think one of the best things about this game was the concept that there was seasonal events, right? Every single month there's something that came out. Bunny Day, my favorite. You guys like Bunny Day? What? Why are you guys giving me those looks? Zipper T Bunny was the absolute best NPC. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about this. Zipper T Bunny, it was like a whole week long. He's in this zip-up costume. We don't know who's on the inside. And like, if he's like in the very, very distance, he'll be like, all right, I'm done. And then you like walk up to him and then he's like all happy again. Yo, that man, he's amazing. Eggs all over the place. You loved all the eggs. Eggs in the air, eggs in the water. You're trying to go fishing, right? That's a big fish. You think it's a whale. Nope, it's just an egg. Cool. Eggs on the ground. You're looking for fossils. Nope, it's just an egg. Dude, this is the best. If you crafted them all together, you had an egg hat. Okay, you guys know I'm being super sarcastic, right? Okay, great. Good. No offense. Bunny Day is hilarious. Snowmen, definitely a thing, right? Building a perfect snowman. That was so cool. Snowboys. We had cherry blossom season, snowflakes, fishing tournaments, bug catching tournaments. Yo, what did you guys think about crafting? Yeah, when you heard about that, you're like, crafting. I was very skeptic at first, right? I'm like, dude, I don't want to play Minecraft. I want to play Animal Crossing. But crafting actually worked out pretty well. It was so good. New tools. You had a vaulting pole, right? Jumping over that way. You had a ladder. The cool thing about the exclusivity of northern and southern hemispheres. So those of you guys that are like in the southern hemisphere, Christmas isn't like the summer. So fun. How many of you guys spent Nook Miles tickets looking for your dreamy villager? Oh, so cool. That was one of the things, like using Nook Miles tickets to fly to an island at random. It was randomly picked out, and if you had an empty vacant space over here, you were able to get a brand new villager at random. So fun. Yeah, there was actually a lot going on in this game, and I absolutely love that. We're going to talk about, let's see, what is this next thing? Oh, yeah, there was another update with it, right? Yeah, Happy Home Paradise. How many of you guys got this one? Dude, this was the absolute best update for me because, like, after I erased my entire island and built it all again, because that's what we do in Animal Crossing. That's all we do, right? It's like, I'm going to level off my island and I'm going to rebuild it with a different theme. This is an actual mode that's kind of like a story mode, right? Remember earlier we talked about Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. This is like the culmination of that, but in the newer game over here. So it's very similar to Happy Home Designer where you design villagers' houses based on whatever theme they want. There's no wrong answer. And then you can go through and invite your own villagers over to hang out on the island. There are some new NPCs in the form of Nico and Wardell. Lottie was returning over there. You can build a school, a restaurant, a hospital, and a huge storyline. Did you guys complete that storyline with like a cool concert at the very... Oh, no spoilers, yikes. Anyway, go complete the storyline. Some cool things happen, man. You get to go into outer space, so make sure that you guys do it. You take a space shuttle all the way into outer space. So make sure you guys beat that storyline, go into outer space, come back over here and tell me about it. Anyway, lots of updates happening over here. Decorating items, very unique to the area. One of the best DLCs that we got. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get any other DLCs with that. And how many years has it been since this game came out? What's up with that, man? It's been a while. It's been a while. How many guys still playing the game, though? That's great. Cool. Have fun with that. I still log in every now and then. My Animal Crossing villagers are pretty upset, walking around all upset with their thought bubble. I'm like, go ahead and leave, dude. Fine. Don't guilt trip me. All right. So let's actually talk about the future of Animal Crossing. Ooh, right? Where does Animal Crossing go from here? We talked about earlier that Animal Crossing is really, or I should say Nintendo is really just here for the money, right? They want that bag. They want all of your money. And they know that once you already spent $60 on Animal Crossing New Horizons, $20 on the DLC, like, they're not going to get any more money out of you. But the app game on your phone with the microtransactions where people are spending hundreds of dollars every month, that's really where the money is at. So, do we think we're going to get any Animal Crossing DLC updates for this new game? Hands up at home. Are you guys still holding out hope? All of you guys here. Okay, no, you don't even mean that, man. I'm just kidding. One person over here thinks we're going to get some updates. No, it's been actually a couple years, and we're not going to. I remember we got like the 2.0 update, right? And they're just like, oh, we've been working on all this stuff. And then it's like, okay, here you go, have everything, right? Instead of slowly trickling out an update every single month like we got, they just bombarded us with all of the items. So now it's just like, okay, well, there's rumors of a new Nintendo Switch coming out, right? A Nintendo Switch Pro, a Nintendo Switch 2, using some sort of weird backwards compatibility, higher frame rates, all this, that, and the other rumored. So I think that maybe an Animal Crossing game is going to be worked on for the last couple of years and just implemented on the new Nintendo Switch whenever that comes out, whenever they do it. I don't even know. Is that something feasible? Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, so the question is, though, like, what's going to happen with Animal Crossing in the future, right? We've already had coming into a brand new town, right? We've already become a mayor. We got stranded on an island, right? So there's nowhere else to go besides outer space. Could you imagine? Okay, hear me out. I'm joking and everything. I know that the ending of Happy Home Paradise is going into outer space already for spoilers. Just kidding. That's not a thing. But imagine Animal Crossing in outer space. Hear me out. You get your own planet, right? Tom Nook's like, hey, dude, we're selling tickets to a brand new planet, and we need someone to inhabit it and make it brand new. So you get your own planet, and then the dodos are back, right? Wilbur and Orville. And then they allow you to take a spaceship to another player's planet. So cool. It can totally happen, right? And then so with this planet, not only do you have just like the acreage of like 10 by 10, but you can have maybe like 20 by 20. Maybe you can go something in the water. Maybe you can do something underwater in a water planet. I don't know. What do you guys think? Animal Crossing? In outer space? Okay. So if you don't like outer space, fine. None of you guys are outer space fans. What about in Animal Crossing, like full-on city, right? Like full-on city. Not City Folk where you just go to the north and there's a street. No, but like Sim City, right? And imagine like apartment buildings where instead of just like a regular old house that has like 1 or 2 floors, you can do like a high-rise, right? And then if you want to visit someone else's town, you would just like take the dodos in a taxi and then just go over to someone's town in another part of a town, right? That would be so cool. And then you could have multiple buildings all over the place. You can literally do everything. That'd be amazing. I love that a lot. All right. What we're going to do right now is we are going to actually open up our mic to any of you guys that have an idea about what you would like to see in a future Animal Crossing game. So feel free right over here. Let's do it. Little audience interaction here. Great. Hi.
So my idea for the Animal Crossing game, kind of building off of what you said.
Talk a little bit louder and into the mic super loud.
All right, so basically
Better.
Like building off of what you said earlier about like making a city. I'm thinking like instead of that, maybe we go back in time to like a medieval town, like your own medieval castle and.
That's cool. So you're talking about like a time travel thing? Do you think that lines up with Tom Nook? He's got like a time travel machine?
Call it Tom Travel.
Okay. Wow, not bad, not bad. I can possibly see that working. But of course, you can make a theme of your town like anything medieval like we do right now in Animal Crossing New Horizons, right? And I think that's the beauty of New Horizons now is like everyone has their own themes of whatever they want to do. Go for it. What's your name and where are you from?
So my name is Lake. I'm from here in Ohio.
Welcome.
I heard when you said like the apartment idea and the city idea, immediately Tomodachi Life came to mind. So something like that would work, and you have all the facilities and stores, and you can have different characters run them maybe and build off of that.
That'd be cool.
I thought of something like that.
Yeah, fascinating. Like an apartment complex where everyone's just kind of in it, and you have like all of the villagers like in their own little window, and you can kind of check on them. How many of you guys ever played Tomodachi Life? Some of you guys. It's a weird game. I don't know. It's on 3DS, but if you're going to get a 3DS game, get New Leaf. But that would be pretty interesting to see what kind of relationships they kind of make along the way. All right, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Seth from Zanesville, Ohio.
Great.
And the idea that I have for future games for Animal Crossing is that we should have the option to choose music from previous Animal Crossing games, like and any games from the past, into the new Animal Crossing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a great quality of life for sure. There's a lot of fun music in Animal Crossing. I think like every hour in the new game has like a different tune, My favorite is 3 in the morning, of course. I can hum that in my sleep. No, I'm just kidding. But the whole concept is the same. That would be such quality of life to have all sorts of town tunes that just like ambiently playing. Amazing. Good idea for a quality of life. Let's go to anyone else like right over this way. Hey, we got time, friends. We got like a good 10 minutes left. I just want to hear from you guys on all of their future ideas because I got an uncle that works in Nintendo, of course. We're going to send him some information. Go for it.
Hi, my name is Xavier.
So,
I'm from Whitehall, Columbus. And going off of your idea about the like city idea, I was thinking that maybe with the city idea that you could also like fly in a plane and go to like other continents and like learn like other culture and like get items specifically for that continent.
yeah,
You know
okay,
what I'm
so
saying?
here we go. It's going to be called Animal Crossing World.
Yeah.
Right? And then so depending on your location, that's going to be where you're at on an actual globe. Imagine that, right? We would have a spot right over here, geolocation to Columbus, Ohio. And like that's where you are. And if you want to visit a friend in Japan, you can go do that on the island of Japan or Asia. That's actually really cool. That's very big.
Yeah.
You think Nintendo can handle that?
Yeah, and like if you like travel to like Asia, then you get like items like that are for Asia.
Regional exclusive items
Yeah.
found in different countries, but you need to be invited over there from a friend from that country. Dude, that would be killer. Great idea. I'll tell my uncle. Go for it.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I feel echoey.
Welcome.
Yeah. I think it'd be nice if they honestly just gave individual personalities back to the villagers.
Individual personalities. Tell me about an
Just
individual
like,
personality.
Not them all saying the same thing repeated over and over again based on their personality.
Yeah, I mean, what is there, like 10 or 15, like jock, sporty, cute, all those other things? I don't know anything outside of that, but that'd take a lot of writing for sure. I like the idea. Give them some personality. All right, let's hear another idea for a future in Animal Crossing.
I'm Robert from Tennessee. I not really don't care, but I just want to cut down all the redundant, repetitive dialogue when you're trying to go somewhere.
Yeah. When you're trying to do what?
When you're trying to go somewhere, I'm like, shut up.
Oh,
Wilbur,
you're talking
just-
about like the dodos,
Yeah.
and they just talk, and then you accidentally press the B button, and you have to start all over again because they just keep on talking.
Yes.
I mean, you think you could be able to open up your app and just like click on one button to open the gates, right?
Yeah.
On the Nook phone, or just
Or-
like
or-
book a ticket to like somewhere else's.
Or
Ah,
just
man.
earn
Okay,
a
so
shortcut.
get this, right? So you know we're in the technology and information age right now. What they're doing on Xbox is they're actually toying around with the idea of using AI inside video games in order to find different text, which is very fascinating. So imagine if there was some sort of AI built into Animal Crossing that instead of the same old scripted lines like you were talking about before of the jock personality or this, that, or the other, it would be like, here's a character, and it's just AI generated different every single time. That would be very interesting. I would love to see that. All right, next up.
My name is Kevin Johnson. I am from Ansonia, Ohio.
Welcome.
My idea is if you could go around the world and you could find spaceship parts, and then you could build a spaceship and then go to space and visit any planet you wanted.
Yes, so Animal Crossing in outer space. Good. Someone else thinks that's a good idea. Excellent. You guys are all naysayers on Animal Crossing in outer space. Just kidding. We'll figure it out. Keep going.
Hello there. I'm Addie. I'm from Pennsylvania.
Welcome.
So what I think for a new Animal Crossing update would they could do different collabs with different brands and stuff, like how they did a Hello Kitty collab.
Okay.
Yeah, like you could go to different worlds and different Nintendo games with your character in Animal Crossing.
Cool. Yeah, that would be fun. How many of you guys like that Sanrio collaboration? That was cute, right? Oh, that was so fun. I wish there was a lot more like that. That would be really fun. Let's do a couple more. Anyone else want to chat about an idea or wherever? Who else? Hi, there you are. Great, thanks.
My name's Caitlin. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
Yes.
I honestly was thinking of like an amusement park almost, or trying to basically build your own amusement park.
Okay, so you like the idea of an amusement park. Okay.
I know we have the pieces.
Yeah, we got that furniture. We got like the little cups and whatnot.
Yeah, we have the little stuff.
Yeah.
But you can't really like get on it or really truly
Yeah,
interact
so
with
you want to
it.
do like some sort of roller coaster tycoon, Animal Crossing with like a theme park and everything. That would actually be really cool.
It would be cool. You could decorate everything the way you wanted it to, make it special themed.
I'm down for that. What do you guys think? Theme park? Yeah. Could you imagine seeing like Bob or one of the villagers like on a roller coaster? That'd be so cool. And then you can actually like have ticket sales and like sell tickets for like 500 bells, 1,000 bells. Oh, so fun. All right, who's up next? Hey, there you are. Hi.
Hi, my name's Michaela. I currently live in Columbus, Ohio.
Welcome.
I think a cool idea kind of would be like getting to choose your own like terrain or setting to like build upon instead of like the set theme of like we're on an island or we're in a city or in a village. You could choose like I want to live in the mountains and live a cottagecore life. So that's what I'm gonna do with my animal.
Okay,
crossing.
so you wanted to, for those of you guys that didn't hear, you want a little bit better setting options of like you want to live in the mountains or you want to live in an Amazon forest. Instead of just like, okay, here's like the green patterned grass,
Yes.
right? Couldn't you do that in this game right now with creativity and patterns?
Yeah, but not the same.
It's not the
'Cause they're
same.
still-
All right,
they're still
so
on
you
an
want a little bit
island.
more than just like 1 or 2 levels of terraforming and,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and grid-based.
Yes.
Okay, so you want like open world Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure Nintendo is going to do that. Trust me, I would love that, man. Could you imagine? See, just kind of like what Xavier was saying earlier, Animal Crossing World. Dude, you go into the Appalachian Mountains and just like live there. So cool. All right, anyone else want to talk about Animal Crossing and what you think for the future? Yes, one more. Here we go.
Animal Crossing VR.
Animal Crossing VR. Okay, tell me more. Go on.
First person, virtual reality, Animal Crossing mixed with your AI ideas. So every time you put on the headset, you walk physically through the world. It's different every single time. Really
VR.
immerse yourself.
Into the next. Okay, do we think that Nintendo is going to invest into VR technology, though, right? That's the big question, right? Nintendo had a very awesome product called the Virtual Boy. You guys remember that? Yeah, the Virtual Boy back in like, what, 90 or something. It was like a weird red headset, and it was so bad with VR. It was, anyway. And then Nintendo dabbled into the cardboard VR, right? Nintendo Labo not too long ago, which is interesting. So maybe with the next Nintendo Switch, they could do something like that. Why not? Okay, so talk to me. First-person view on Animal Crossing, huh? Okay. With your hand. That's a cool idea. I'm not going to knock it. I'll tell my uncle. I'll report back. That's a good idea. All right, any other Animal Crossing ideas for the future? I'm just grabbing all of them. I'm reporting back. Okay, great. That's awesome. As much as I would love to do an island tour, we are a little low on time, so we're going to call it right over here. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out and learning a little bit more about Animal Crossing. My name's Abdallah. Again, type into YouTube Abdallah Smash. You'll find all my Animal Crossing videos. Those of you guys that won, come meet me over here at my booth. I've got something that I'll autograph for you, and we'll go from there. Have a great rest of your GalaxyCon, friends, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming.